What's up, everybody? This is NFL Network's Adam Ray.
This is Only Fruits.
This is Matt Waldman.
This is Chris Zords from your Chicago Bears.
I'm Deion Miller.
Dan Weeder.
Hey, man, it's Rashawn Whitfield.
I'm Courtney Cronin.
Hey, this is David Kaplan. Listen to me. You want to learn football? Listen to my guys, Phil and Shane.
Shane and Phil.
Shane and Phil. Oh, Phil.
On the Tape Never Lies Network.
On the Tape Never Lies Network.
Tape Never Lies Network.
The Tape Never Lies Network.
Tape Never Lies Network, home of the greatest Chicago Bears fans on earth.
The following show is for mature audiences only.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm picking one word, I'm putting it down as confusing, because it was a season that had a lot of electricity, a lot of hope attached, and yet it was a 14-loss franchise record-breaking season. They lost 10 games in a row.
10.
You know, that win on Monday night in New England, it felt like a statement victory in the moment. And it was the last victory of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like mind-blowing when you think back to it. You know, it's a week before Halloween, and they don't win again. And so you've got all this hope and potential attached to the flashes that Justin showed, and then you have 14 losses and the number one pick and a lot of ground to make up to become a realistic contender again. No. I mean, you're right. Like, I think that's an addition that's made because you know that you need to get your guy some level of game-changing help to see where he goes. And that's why I've been very consistent with, like, they have to do their homework during the pre-draft process and everything else and figure out what these other quarterbacks are like. But Justin has shown so much in 2 years from a work ethic standpoint, from a leadership standpoint, from a playmaking standpoint, from a investment standpoint, where you got to see this through. Nobody knows better than Chicago Bears fans how difficult it is to even reach this stage of the development of a quarterback. Yeah. So when you get here, now is not the time to pull the cord and go in a different direction just because you're tempted to see something else, unless that guy is, in your mind, a can't-miss Hall of Famer. You see this through with Justin for at least one more season. And if you get to this point next year and you've still got some questions, well, now you figure out what your contingency plans are. And that's going to be a big deal. And I think that's why this year, among like 30 reasons why the calendar year of 2023 is going to be one we look back on and go, this is an absolutely historic year one way or the other in terms of where this franchise goes. Well, look, like, you have to give Justin a fair chance if you're doing your job right. And a fair chance means giving him some comfort in the pocket so that the bad habits don't turn into, lifelong flaws. And so, like, what you need to do there is solidify an offensive line so that you can accurately gauge whether Justin just doesn't have pocket instincts and pocket presence and pocket calm, or if you just don't have things around him that provide some of that to make the plays happen from within there. So they just have to solidify things. Now, I've been sort of emphatic in saying, if you're expecting them to become the Eagles this next season, where they've got this relentless defense that allows you to stay in every single game, where you have an offensive line that's as sturdy as anything we've seen in the league, where you have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith on your side, you're not getting that. You're not getting that going into the 2023 season. And so you have to be realistic about, how many gains you can make, but you have to make some gains so that Justin has a chance to continue his development. And so, like, there's just, to me, there's so much optimism in the building in terms of how much work he puts in and how much ability he has left in him to elevate guys around him, that you want to give him a fair chance in 2023 to show you who he is as a quarterback.
With the blockbuster one down, whether it be to Colts, whatever combination, now that gives you that extra. So then you see a draft day trade for a vet. I'm looking at D Hop or Evans, somebody that's going to come in here, give Justin that giant catch radius, that go up and get the dog. We have no dogs. Darnell Mooney is 178 pound. Probably he's your most dog. I can't believe what he does on tape physically for his size, but he is that size. So physics kind of interferes with what he could do. But as far as getting that number one receiver, could that big trade down be a part of this chess game where they have to get Justin and Khari too?
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Chicago's trading up.
100.
Yes! What? Oh my God. Here it is! Just reported.
The tape never lies.
Other people drop off, but we still keep rocking.
You'll never know how good your football team's going to be until you play with maximum effort.
Keeping it 100.
Open competition.
Take over the North and never give it back.
Smartest man.
My Chicago Bears select Justin Fields, quarterback, Ohio State.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. Dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man at Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keeping it 100, never running east to west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the freaking anchor, forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shane's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shane got some haters. But now they're all stuck like the Jew and now and laters. Debaters, frauds get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a Barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sack scrolling like a fool, drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Jimmy. What's what we do when we're breaking down the Bears. Fuck a play or a captain, all of the unchair. The tape never lies, the truth, you see. We laugh, we analyze, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a stat nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like Trick Sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man and Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun dip. We're back better than ever and we keeping it 100.
Keep it 100. Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Justin Fields gets outside the pocket, puts that ball perfectly where only Mooney can get it. 1 point, 2 feet.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Birds never lie.
Yeah, exactly.
This is Claudio the Barber, and this is TTNL's Keepin' It 100, the best Bears show on the planet, bar none. The draft is coming up quick. The Fields trade talks are fucking out of this world. It's fucking nuts. We got a lot to talk about. We got not only one of the best fullbacks in the league, but he's got one of the best names in the game. Khari Blasingame, or as we like to call them, Blasingame, will be on the show tonight. So let's bring in the boys. Shane, the smartest man, Marceau.
Hey.
Dr. Phil, what's up?
Yo. That's second place Claude. Cherie owning his ass on these intros.
Hey, listen, I'm not going to take none away from Cherie. Where is she? There she is.
She's at the bar with Bratcher.
She gets a couple drinks in her, you know.
Oh, we got lit Cherie tonight. What's going on,
not
Cherie?
that bad.
Not that bad. It's not what
I
you're
fucked
saying.
your mom.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, I love Cherie's mom. We're starting out the show right, I guess, tonight.
Yeah,
It's
we're
the
feeling good,
off-season.
right?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Maybe we should just use the yo from the background drop to use as Claude's intro.
Yeah, we could do that.
Where is Claudio? Oh, the song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Claudio the Barber. Yo, 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 this is Claudio the Barber. Oh, this is Claudio the Barber. This is Claudio the Barber, and this is Shy City Sports, keeping it 100. Listen, it's Jesper Horsted's world, and we're just all living in it. Oh, this is Claudio the Barber, and this is Shy City Sports, keeping it 100. I see you, Sherry. I see you. This is Michael the fucking killer right here. All right?
Never mind. Take him off. I can't even understand him because of the mask. It's done. Take it off.
The many yo's of Claudio.
The second shot there that's that worst night there. We talked about it before.
Some of those, it feels like you're like reading the yo.
It does.
Well,
yo.
The longest night of our lives, Phil, when we started out. Can we go over the intro for the 39th time?
Dude, I was stressing.
Still a little nervous.
2 pages of notes from that one first night.
I don't understand.
Flipping through his yellow papers.
We need to try the Chromebook again.
Why? What's wrong with
to see if maybe it's a delay, and then you can give me back my.
The Chromebook does not have the power to stream.
But you don't do anything anymore. It's Ivan and Cherie take care of all that shit now.
No, but even to be on the screen, it's just I'll be lagging.
I don't think so. I don't think it would happen anymore.
What?
Exactly.
What? Exactly. What? Are we live right now?
Yes, we're live.
What's going on?
Are we on
counting down the days to the new league year?
Are we going live back on Facebook?
I can't.
Under
I mean,
assumed name.
It's been a few weeks since I lost my account, so I guess we can do it up dirty again.
I think we need to make like a false account for Facebook and go from there.
Well, it's not for Facebook. It's whoever schedules the show is on the hook for
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Like, we're going to schedule it under a different name. I don't understand how that happened.
Greg Braggs is going to start scheduling our shows.
Yes.
Must be.
We might have to.
Guys, I don't know how I lost my Facebook. This is bullshit. I can't even do my, crying in the crying in the stands show anymore.
He would lose his mind.
Angelo, do you remember Greg Braggs?
No.
How did he fit into Jackal's t-shirt? We never asked him that night. He got the extra low V.
The V-neck. The V-neck.
Yeah.
It's like in a onesie over there.
Yeah. Got the little footies and everything.
Shoulder harnesses. It's crazy. It's fun for Claudio and Angelo and all the Italians out there. Shout out to the Italians.
Of course.
We saw the King of All Pizza, the greatest pizza in the world again video came out. These girls are doing it. But one of them, I don't even know the fucking pizza place. It's not even in New Haven. It's in the New Haven land region.
I was talking to an Italian last night, told everybody to go shit in a hat.
Did we
Did
get
you hear about that, Claude?
I did not. No, I have no clue.
Coach O got a little lathered up last night. Told everybody
to
go shit in a hat.
People do go shit in a hat.
Everybody in general.
Oh, yeah. It's just everybody.
Yeah,
He's
everybody
like,
in general.
If you don't want Will Anderson, you better go shit in a hat and get out.
It was funny the way he phrased it, for sure.
Well, him swearing at all is just funny. It's just awesome.
Oh, he was fired up last night. He was lathered up. He doesn't want to see the Chicago Bears losing anymore. He said the NFL and football is just better when the Chicago Bears are winning.
Yeah.
That sounds like what John Madden said.
He did, yeah.
Right?
It's better for football. Yeah.
It is the truth, though. Here, huge changes for the Chicago Bears. New president on the cusp of a new stadium. You are obviously, Claudio addressed all the rumors with Justin Fields, and we're going to get into that stuff. But you can sense that there is a chapter turn in regards to the Chicago Bears. Respect. You're the worst record in football. You lost 10 in a row. That's a franchise record.
Yep.
Losing 10 in a row. How could you be positive? How can you do it? People want to know. And I really believe the removal of Ted Phillips.
Oh, yeah.
And the understanding of the direction of who is the identity of your football team and building, and you got the first overall pick. This is a huge, monumental, probably the biggest offseason in the history of the franchise.
Got that $100 million in cap space, and I know our guest that's coming right up would like to eat up a little bit of that. Sure. I don't know if he didn't get a smile out of him there.
I hope he did.
Heard that $100 million, it perked his ears up a little bit.
Listen, I'm excited tonight because I don't blow smoke. I know the Tape Never Lies Network fans know how I feel about this guy, and I'm in agreement with Claudio. I don't want to take anything away from Mr. and Mrs. Blasingame, but I think Blasingame is exactly. Now, I grew up in the 80s, so blazing was that was like
it's a whole different meaning.
That was the whole meaning. Yeah, if you look at today's words, blazing was the opposite of sussy. So blazing was the dopest of the dope. And I'm a huge fan of this guy. And I'm excited to have him on and chop it up with him about everything, the journey, the position of fullback. I don't want to get him in trouble, Claudio, but I got to ask him some tough questions.
About 100.
I got to keep it 100. But we got to introduce him like he's going to his wedding, right? We're going to give him the best intro, just like TTNL does. Let's bring him out. You guys, you fans know number 35 in the program, maybe number 1 in your heart. I have a big special place for a fullback. Thank God we got one. Hopefully he comes back. Let's get into it. The man from Vandy, Khari Blasingame.
When you put that much into it, you don't let down. And the guy next to you says, "You son of a bitch, you better block."
This former Buckhorn Bucks committed to Vanderbilt as a 3-star safety and ended up at linebacker before making the switch to running back. He found a home there that saw him cap off his senior season.
I take a lot of pride
with 96 carries for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, along with 25 receptions for 320 yards and 1 score. An undrafted free agent signed by the Vikings.
I hate the Vikings.
And later claimed by the Titans. He finally found his way to Chicago,
And go Bears!
signing a 1-year deal in the spring of 2022.
We'll play with maximum effort.
Bears fans, TTNL fans, get up out your seats and give it up for this TTNL first-timer.
Just get your track shoes on, because we're running.
He's the fullback for your Chicago Bears. He's Khari Blasingame.
There he is.
Yo, I need that video. I need to wake up to that.
I'll text it to you. Yeah, we tell everybody. Yeah, you got to have it set up on your Alexa when you walk into your house. That just automatically plays.
Yeah, I need that. I need that when I walk in the house. That'll really set the mood, set the tone for when I walk in the house. Say what's up to my wife. You know,
you got to text it to your agent when he goes and sits down with Poles and talks contract. When he walks into the contract room, he can play that first.
That'll definitely set the tone. That right there, that'll get it done.
That's what we do here. I was taking time, and I owe you an apology because I have been dealing with a lot of family stuff, so I wanted to put some more Bears stuff in there, but I had to like manipulate it a little bit because that's really unfortunate for me. I'll kick off the hardest thing for me, okay? Because I'm a huge fan of you. I really truly am. I don't blow smoke.
And I appreciate it, man.
I have an issue with Getsy, and I met Getsy, and I told him this to his face. I told him a couple things about running counter with Demo, get the counter going more. It only happened once, and Cole Kmet got called for a holding penalty. It was bullshit, but we got to get Mr. Blasingame. That's how I said it. I know it's Blasingame. Blasingame, the ball. Like, is the reality of being an OC to not get you one opportunity there. I mean, you watch your college tape, you're a great screen player. You understand how to set up blocks and do that. Was this a frustrating thing for you to not get the ball at all this past season under this offense?
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a little frustrating. Just,
right.
But sometimes that's just how it goes, man. And, I don't control that. I don't call the play. So I just try to worry about what I can control, man. You know what I mean? But it was definitely like, it's only frustrating, not out of, you try to be not as selfish as possible, but like, you just know you can give more to the game, give more to your teammates and help win. And so when you prepare and you do those things to not get that opportunity, it's, sucks a little bit, but it is what it is, man. Try to do my job when my number's called, whether that's blocking, getting the ball, whatever. Try not to, think about it too much and just do my job.
Authentic honesty goes a long way.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, as a coach myself, there's times that you're going to go back and, you know what, I regret this, this, and that. I'm telling you, as watching Getsy, I think the biggest indictment, I've said it on the show well before Darrington came on, is not getting Blasingame involved, because what he gives to you, and he's such a part of your offense. And by the way, you're the best blocker on the football team. Outside, even in the tight ends, all of them. Maybe Tevin Jenkins. But
you got guys who do it every snap, though. You got guys who do it every snap on the line. So I don't know if I could take that. I don't know if I could take that. Those old linemen, man, they do it every snap. So that's I appreciate it, but you definitely, when cats are doing it 60, 70 snaps a game,
I respect that.
Yeah.
Your truth. But I'm just saying, as a technician, you really are an asset to the Chicago Bears. When you block the edge, some of these guys, I won't say names, are 265 pounds. I don't know, what's your weight? 235?
I'm about 240, 245, in that range during the season.
And your scoop block is setting the edge. You're being asked to do some things that, quite honestly, some fullbacks that aren't as athletic couldn't do. So I stand by my thing, and I respect the hell out of your honesty and your integrity there.
Yeah, but sometimes that's just how the game goes too, right? Like, you get behind, you can't really, open things up and spread it around like that. So I mean, it's not all like it was just like, the Screw KB show. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how the game goes. Sometimes that's just how it crumbles. So, you you got to keep that into account too. Like we weren't in games like how we wanted to be in games, you know. So we of course wanted to be running the ball down everybody's throat every game, be ahead by 3 scores, and you know, just be pounding the rock. But that's just not how it went. That's just not how it went.
Khari, when we had Darrington on, I asked him this question. He took us behind the scenes a little bit, and he actually said he turned to you during one of the games. He's like, man, this is just different. Chicago is different. The fans are different. This isn't like where we came from in Tennessee. Not putting Tennessee down, but it's different in Chicago. But speak on that experience coming from Tennessee, coming to Chicago, and just the atmosphere and the whole Chicago Bears thing. Speak on that.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's different. No, and like you said, no disrespect to Tennessee. They got some great fans and, you know, great organization. But, excuse me. But when you talk about like the energy in the stadium, it's third down, you know, you kicking off, you know, everybody's singing the song, Bear Down, Chicago. Like that's different. That's different. And then, you know, you get to the whole, you know, Green Bay and the Vikings, like it's just different. The crowd's a different type of electric. And so I think I know what Darrington's talking about, but you just kind of you hear it sometimes and then you get to have those moments. It's not often that you hear it because you'd be so locked in and you're listening to what your coach is saying on the bench. And you might talk to your homie and, you know, you're talking about the game, what's going on. But when you do hear it and when it is like, you got to recognize it, like, because you don't get that feeling all the time. Like when it gets loud, you can feel that. You can feel that through your whole body. So that's definitely one of. Go ahead.
I do have a quick question for you from the chat. I don't know if you know this guy or not. From Darrington Evans. I got a question. Who is your favorite running back to block for? I need to know this.
Oh man, this man, you know, he's putting me on the spot, man. And I've been with Darrington 2 years, so I'll have to say Darrington Evans, man. Darrington Evans. Shout out to my dog Darrington. No, but seriously, like everybody on the team this year, you know, it was just fun, just based on the relationship, you know, with Demo, Khalil, Darrington, Treston. It was just cool based on the relationship that we had. You know, coming from Tennessee, blocking for D-Hen, that's, you know, that was awesome. You know, getting to see him rush for 2K, be a part of that the year before, or maybe it was the year before that. You know, he won the rushing title.
Yeah,
but you know, that's cool, and you know, it's hard to rank them. It's hard to rank them, man. But definitely when you get into a room like we had and the type of relationships that we had with, like I said, Demo, Treston, Khalil, and Darrington, man, it's hard to say who's the favorite. But you know, Darrington, that's my dog. What's up, D? What's going on, man?
Listen, I've been on the record here. I called the guy the identity, and that's David Montgomery. I just think David has been put in a situation where his offensive line has not been very good, and he's had to deal with a rotation of coaches and offensive coordinators, and he's always came through just like he does in the piles with effort. What do you see as a running back yourself? I mean, you've played both sides of the ball. You've played safety, linebacker, running back, then you move to fullback. You're the ultimate warrior, so to speak. So I think your eyes on this, what in your mind makes David Montgomery special?
I think everything you said, man. So you talked about how he comes out of the piles and he's always, you know, giving it everything he has. I think just the spirit with which he plays, that's the one thing, man. And then, you know, being able to talk to him and really get to know him and have those deep conversations with him, you understand that he's a guy who's laying it all out on the field when he's playing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that extra 3-4 yards he might get in the play where he's breaking the tackle and, you know, finishing it with some intensity and with some anger. Like that's really him. That's not just like what you see is what you get, and that's really him, right? So when he's finishing runs, when he's getting those extra yards, breaking tackles, that's really him. That's how he practices. That's how he trains. That's how he thinks. That's how he lives shit, I would even say that's how he lives his life off the field. Like he's really trying to get every inch out of this life, and I think he's trying to get it like that on the game. I think it shows up in his game, man. So that's just much respect to him and the way he plays the game, man. So that's what I see.
You gave me goosebumps. I'm sorry, Shane, because I'd never put it into perspective like this. But this game of football, I would say, is 90 or 89% mental. And when you say a trait that he plays with his spirit, that's an uncoachable, untimable combine. The heart is the determination. My father says football is determined by determination, pride. Would that be his best attribute in your mind?
I mean, me, because I know him and we've had those deep conversations. I don't know if I could say like football wise that's his best attribute, because you look at some of the runs, you look at, there was a Green Bay run where he starts to the left, breaks 3-4 tackles and cuts back all the way to the right. Like, so you're talking about agility, you're talking about strength. I wouldn't want to tackle him personally. When you talk about angry runs. So I don't know if I could say that that's his best attribute, because, I'm not a scout, you know what I'm saying? You look at the film, but just knowing him personally and knowing like how he lives, definitely that's something that's uncoachable, and it's up there, so hell yeah, it's definitely up there. And like you said, it's one of those uncoachable things, man. You can't measure that, and you know it when you see it and you feel it, and then when you see it consistently, that's like that.
So if you look at Demo and we go to the other end of the depth chart, I want you to talk about a young guy, one of your teammates, Treston Ebner. You brought him up. Watching his tape in college, his hands really stood out, and he showed some explosiveness and stuff like that. But got that ankle injury, and it really seemed to slow him down. And he actually talked about it himself. He, getting in a little bit better shape. It seemed like he got a little bit heavy there, and he kind of admitted that a little bit. But speak on what you see from Treston Ebner to maybe some of the fans that aren't real familiar with who he is and what he brings to the table as a running back for the Bears.
Man, when you look at a cat and you get to practice with him, and see him develop all year, see his mindset change, see him get more mature. Like when you talk about how he mentioned his weight and how he mentioned his ankle, you got to really take the whole context of things into consideration. So I think he's mad explosive. I think he's fast. I don't know if Darrington's still on, but that's their debate. Who's the fastest in the room, him or Treston? So you gotta let them duke that one out. But he's fast. Like you say, he has great hands. He's made a couple of crazy catches that I saw in camp and practice. And I think the sky's the limit for him, especially as he continues to grow in his development, and just learn more about the pro game. The pro game is different than the college game. Like a cat like him, you can go to college, you can kind of just show up, do the work, and ball. The league is different. It's a transition. Like a lot of people don't know this about the league or about the rookie year, but it's the longest year that guys have of their football life. They get out of their bowl games in January. They go straight into combine training. They go to the combine, and boom, next thing you know, they're in OTAs. They have no time. They have no time to breathe. And then they get that quick little break in between OTAs and camp, and then they're right back in camp. Next thing you know, by the time it's November, December, these cats are gassed, man. And so I think it's I think he's gonna use this year as a learning experience. And not that he even had like a bad year. You just look at the year. Like I said before, like games weren't going how we wanted them to go. You couldn't spread it around. There wasn't that much to be had. So I think he's hungry, and I think he's going to use this year as a definite growing opportunity. But he's explosive, man, and he can make plays. We saw it in the preseason game. The nice catch he had. What was it, Kansas City? I think it was. Yeah. But he's got that by the boatload. So I think you'll see more of it.
I know a former Tennessee fullback that had a hell of an explosive play against the Chicago Bears one preseason. Yeah, I mean, who that was.
Yeah.
3rd and 26, I think, or something like that.
It was something like that. They dialed it up, man. So it was, no, I remember that one. I remember that. I think it was TG Thomas who got me on the tackle right there. I thought I was gonna score, but I just I couldn't unhitch the trailer to get out of there.
Let's go back a little bit, and because we have so much to ask you, but I want to stay.
Okay.
Obviously, we went a little bit. We never have a script. Shane or I don't write any questions down. It's a true story. So we just kind of flow, keeping it 100 with you. So you come out of Vandy, you come from a small town in Alabama. In fact, Nick Morrow and you are like high school teammates, right? So
we didn't go to the same high school, but we did go to the same church growing up. So he went to Huntsville High School. I went to Buckhorn High School, but we did go to the same church, St. Barley in Huntsville.
Did you sing in the church? Did you sing?
Everybody did. We both did growing up. We were in the children's choir. We was in the children's choir. So yeah, we did. We did for a little while. We have
to get a note out of you before we end the show.
But I don't know if that's gonna happen, man. I don't know if that's gonna happen, man.
Oh, but you go to Vandy, you go undrafted. So draft day is tough for you. But I remember watching your pro days back in when you were coming out, and you kind of assume, I did good in my pro day, but I'm expecting to go undrafted, and the Vikings pick you up. So you go to the Vikings, and obviously then they let you go, and then you go to the Titans, and you find yourself playing. How much of your journey, because you start off as a linebacker, then you go to safety to linebacker to running back, and then you go to the NFL, and it's kind of the same kind of thing where you're having to hurdle all these politics, I call it. How much of politics has affected your career in this journey of giving you the opportunity that you deserve, and have you overcome it right here coming to the Chicago Bears?
I mean, I don't think you can really call it politics, man, because every time that I had to move or I moved the position, I don't really think it was a political thing. I think it was just more of an opportunity thing. I know that might sound cliche, but it really was. If you look at it in college, I went to college. I was probably 5'11" to 6 foot, right there, right at the edge of 6 foot, and I was 205. By the time I'm going into my red shirt or into my freshman year, my sophomore year, I'm 6'1.5", 220, and I'm having a diet to stay at 215 to play safety. So moving, like seriously, I'm having to not eat certain things, and it just wasn't fun. I didn't really like that. So my body naturally took me to linebacker. It took me to linebacker size. I got to about 235, and I played linebacker in my, I guess you would call it my red shirt freshman season, right? And that I went there. We was low on numbers. I saw it as an opportunity to get on the field, learn a position, play special teams. I knew I was going to have to play special teams to get on the field. And, I had a really good year on special teams, and I played a little bit at linebacker, so it was dope. The next year, same type of deal. Numbers problems at running back. I played running back in high school. Opportunity to touch the ball, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So why not? Crowded room at linebacker. You got Oren Burks that's in the linebacker room. You got Zach Cunningham that's in the linebacker room, and a couple of other really good players. Not that I wasn't going to compete and knew that I was going to get my time and I was going to make my plays. But when I really looked at the opportunity and really had to look and talk to, Coach Mason about it, because, it was always a situation where he ran it by me, not, from a sense like asking my permission, but just from a sense of, hey, this is what we see. Now you can stay here and this is going to be the situation, or you can move to this position. And we really think that you can help the team the most doing it this way. So I looked at it. I've always liked playing running back. That was my first position. And like when I started playing rec ball, I played linebacker and I played running back. And so you go through the spring, and I have a good spring, go through camp, and I'm splitting time with Ralph Webb, and you go to the season, and I'm able to produce. I'm still playing special teams, things like that. So I always just saw it as an opportunity to get on the field and help the team. And then you look at the NFL, right?
Yeah.
That transition. I'm a big one cut downhill back. I always watch Jordan Howard. I know he was with the Bears for a good time. He went to UAB. I always watch him, and I used to look at his game like, you know what? I could be that type of guy. Like, he didn't have super breakaway speed, in my opinion, but he had good vision. He could, make a cut, get you those yards. So I was like, you know what? I could be that guy. But then when you look at the numbers, I kind of look at myself as a numbers guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always looked at numbers. Even in high school, I'm looking at my 40, my vertical, my size. Like, where can I go D1? Like, how do I stack up against guys in the past who've gone D1? And, where do I fit in? And I did the same thing with the pros, and I realized, like, you know what? It's not that many guys playing this fullback position. I can put on some weight. I can be physical. I can, I can play special teams, and I can, carve out a role in this league at the fullback position. So it was always about numbers and about opportunity. It wasn't necessarily about politics or, oh, I'm not getting my shot here or that. It was always, for me, I looked at it as it was about opportunity, man. Because I
respect it.
At every stage, man, I'm playing football to get a great degree from Vanderbilt, right? So, who cares? And then at this stage, like, I'm playing ball and I'm able to provide for my family at a high level. So it's like, we can talk politics, or I can just shut the fuck up. Oh, excuse me, I can't say that, huh?
Oh yeah, you can.
Oh yes, you fucking can.
Keep it 100. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Keep it 100.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but
no
I can just shut my mouth
to the church.
The church just called you out of the chorus, bro.
Okay, y'all done got me up here comfortable, man. I'm up here swearing. I have to apologize to my mama.
That's what this is about. No apologies necessary. We keep it 100 here. I usually set the first F-bomb, right, Cherie? So I have nothing. Now I like him even more, Ivan. I didn't think I could like you any more than I do. I think the fullback position, your answer there, I'm sorry, is so humble. It's so indicative of the player that I believe that you are and the journey that you're having. Like, I kid you not, you're just a tremendous asset when you have a fullback that understands fundamental how to place their head on the right side and drive their legs and keep that edge open for a running back, and have the instincts to be able to run. So, if you ain't going to get that scoop block, then you're going to have to kick his ass out, and the running back's going to have to read your intensity. You do such a tremendous job. I tried to find a play where you didn't make your best effort. It's like, you're never going to be perfect, but you always gave your best effort. That to me should be get on the phone with his agent and get him back as we're trying to build something here. I'm sorry. I went on a mini rant about Khari because I'm a big fan of Khari. I know Darrington is as well. And Darrington has had to deal with a lot of politics in football. I had to deal with politics in football. I've watched the Bears. Shane and I have watched, and some of the best players sit because they paid high money salary to free agents or players they drafted high and are trying to fit a round peg in a square hole, or however that term is. And they just want to make it look right. Hopefully with the new president and Ryan Poles, you don't give a fuck if the guy is undrafted, he's the first pick, he's signed as a free agent or a futures guy. If he's the fucking best, get the best on the field for the Chicago Bears. That's what Bears fans want, need. That's the whole thing. I mean, look at the dunk contest the other day. People are hating on it. Like, just if the guy's the best, that's it. You rise to the occasion. It doesn't matter where you're from. What did Eric B? Rakim said it. It ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. I always stood by that. And I believe I believe this is home for you. I'm trying to push Ryan Poles to get on the phone now.
Hey man, look, I love playing here. I love this year. I mean, obviously didn't go the way any of us wanted to, but
Right.
it is what it is. The business side is the business side. Free agency is coming up. I'm excited about it either way. I got a good relationship with my coaches, and so whichever way it goes, man, I'm thankful for this last year, and I'm becoming a better football player every year. So I'm excited, whatever helmet I got on to play ball. I know that's probably not the answer you want to hear, but
No.
as long as I'm blessed to play ball, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna try to help the team the best way I can and be a good teammate and take the bread home to my family. That's what it is, man. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say to you.
Fans need to understand. We have said it many times here. We have passion for the Bears, right, Shane? But we've always preached like it's a business first. So don't hate Adrian Amos because he's signing with the Packer, because he has to do what's best for his family. That kind of stuff. I'm just using him as an example because he's going to the rivals that we hate. Believe me, you can hate him on game day all you want, but what he's doing for his family is most important. I do want to ask one question. I'm sorry, Shane. End of the year, we'll get into the Justin Fields and the culture, all that stuff, but I want to know, like, the end of the year comes, they have these sit-down meetings with you, right? Is there a truthful, transparent understanding of what you meant to this football team, even in the 10 loss and not doing what you guys wanted to do? Did you feel that?
Yeah. I don't have any mistrust of anybody, from either the coaching staff or the front office. I don't think I have any mistrust from anything that was said to me or what I said to them. Like you said, it was an honest conversation. It's business, is grown men sitting down, talking, having a conversation, figuring things out. So I think it was an honest, truthful conversation. And like you said, man, it's business. It's business. It's never personal. You try not to be emotional about things, whatever the numbers are. You just try not to be emotional about it. It's business, man. And whenever business is involved, you can't take anything personal. But I definitely think, I think it went well. I don't really have anything negative to say about anything,
While you say that it's a business, Khari, one thing that I'm interested in, you saw a couple big trades of players on the other side of the ball on the defensive side, but you look at a guy like Roquan Smith, who's 25 years old and was representing himself in contract negotiations. As a player, when you're on the other side of the ball, but with him being your teammate, and then you show up to work and boom, Roquan Smith traded to the Baltimore Ravens. Could you feel that throughout the locker room? I know that you say it's just a business, but at the same time, this is your teammate, and a guy as talented as Roquan, a lot of the fans are looking at him as a pillar piece moving forward. How did that affect you guys in the locker room, and how did the coaches sit down and talk to you guys about that when it happened, or what went on there?
So to your point about it being a business, man, it's a business until you get into the locker room, right? So definitely it's a business. You're talking numbers, you're talking, free agency, all that, yada, yada. Those are the parts that you really don't care about. That's why we have agents to handle that, except for Roquan, which you got to commend him for going to bat for himself and having the confidence and the cojones to do that.
Do you think you could do that?
I think I could in the right situations, but with the fullback market, it's just
right. Yeah,
there's just not very many, I guess, opportunities out there. There's not a whole lot of teams that really, really value the fullback. So I don't know. In this situation, I really think that the agency I'm with IFA and Blake Barres, I think I'm with a great agency to help me maneuver these, next years of my career. But back to the business situation, right? It's a business until you get into the locker room, right? You start to build relationships with guys, and I sat next, not next to Roquan, but yeah, man, like it's definitely tough when you build a relationship with guys and they and they have an exit from the building, man. It's definitely tough. It was tough when it happened. You know, you look at it and it's like you take that deep breath and it's like, shit, man. You know, that's tough because he's a great player,
right?
And you know,
well,
but you're also happy for a guy when he gets paid
absolutely
too. So
yeah, I bring it up because you look when Robert Quinn got traded, Roquan was up on the podium and was extremely emotional, and that kind of took me back a little bit. Like, wow, that's like you said, it's a business, but the personal bond in the locker room, that's one thing that the fans don't think about a lot of. And I mean, that obviously had a huge effect on Roquan. But is that something that you guys sit down? Does Flus come in and talk to you guys and say, hey, this is what it is?
Nah. I mean, maybe like a sentence or two, but it's not like, I mean, they don't have to run anything by us. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
you know what I mean? So nah, but yeah, I mean, Rob, I sat next to Rob. So when Rob got traded, as an old head, I can't remember how many years he's got in the league, but as an old head, it's dope to sit next to a guy like that and talk to him and pick his brain. And his music selection was crazy. I know that's probably just a random thing, but just listening to everything that he's playing, he's always gonna have a loudspeaker playing his music, never headphones. You know what I'm saying? So you miss that, and it's like, even though I was only with him for how many ever weeks I was with the team, how many ever months before he left. I mean, you think about Roquan and the reaction that he had. He was with him for 4 years?
Oh yeah,
4 or 5. So I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Like, anytime you spend damn near every day with a cat, it's like college. Like, at that point for Roquan, I'm sure it was like college. You spend every day for 4 years with a group of dudes, and you don't end up. It hurts, man, because we mentioned the spiritual aspect of the game. Like, you really going out there, you really putting everything on the line with those dudes, and it's really just y'all. You got nothing against coaches. Like I said, I love playing for my coaches this year. D-Walk and Flus and everybody, man. But when you out there on that field, it's really just y'all. And like, when you lining up, we on the goal line versus Buffalo, and Demo's like, hey, I need you right here, dog. It's like, all right, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like those type of relationships. It's when you have to kind of go your separate ways after that. It's tough, because everybody at this level, everybody has a family, everybody has their own home. Like, you're not in college no more, where you can just in the dorm room go across to the next person's dorm and link up. Like, hey, what's up, man? Like, it's hard, because you might see that person one time again in your life if you don't play with them anymore, or if y'all not playing against each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough, because those are real relationships.
Speaking of spiritual, how difficult was it to go through this losing and then a loss again, and you're close, and the media and the fans, and you're losing? How, like, it's just you, just like you said, who's there to pick everybody up in that huddle? Who's, is it you, keeping guys' eyes on the prize? Is that the story of last season, how difficult it was, or is there something to build off of that?
You want to give the cliche answer, like, oh, losing sucks. It was it was difficult, man. But at the same time, like, you will be close, and you battling, you going into the next time we go into the team meeting room, or we go into a offensive meeting or a running back meeting, it was never like it was never like a dog cussing, and it never felt like a funeral. Like, sometimes when you lose, it feels like a funeral. And you just your buttholes tight, and you just you don't want to have those meetings, man. But it was always very much so like, all right, this is what happened. This is why it happened. Let's move forward. It was always about moving forward. So that was a really cool experience and I mean, that was from the top down. That was head man, OC, running back coach, and then that just kind of permeated through, the team. So that part of it, that was really cool. But you look at the players, man, like, it really comes down to the group too. Like, I mentioned the running back group, like, it's one of the closer groups that I've been around. as far as just like how tight knit we are. And so when things are happening, if you so insulated like that, if all we focused on is, all right, let's do our job. Let's make sure we holding it down. Like, if this is our unit, let's make it the hottest. Let's be the energy. Let's be the engine. You don't even have time to focus on what's like the bigger picture because you're so focused on your job. So like, I don't know, man. Like losing sucks. It always sucks and it hurts. But like by Monday, by Tuesday, we was ready to just get after it again, man. Because we always felt like if we just kept swinging the hammer, it was gonna crack. And it might not have cracked.
There was a lot of media, because it was a losing record. And then the questions of whether the Bears were tanking come into play. So you're there, and I always say this, and I'll say it to your face. I have the utmost respect for you putting your life on it. If ever there was a season that fans that have never played the game of football, this is the season with what happened with DeMar. And you're going out there every day to bust your ass. And now there's this narrative that the NFL scripted and there's scripts. And here's our Bears. Here's the Bears. And here's you. And listen, I could never hide my passion for players that wear their heart on the sleeve, the underdog, whatever you want to call them. David Montgomery, I'm just a huge supporter of him. And because I know what you're talking about, the spirit, but you are the same thing. So in that, you never lost the intensity. In fact, Shane and Cars, who's not on the show tonight, and everybody, we're talking about, are they really trying to tank? Because these guys seem to be trying on so many levels and it hurts them. So to keep that tight knit says a lot about the character on the football team, whether that be the coaches not yelling at you and screaming and a fake, a fraud, a shoe salesman from a good coach, just like I would. So it says a lot that you were able to persevere and take that from it. But, Justin Fields, here's all the pressure on him. He's not drafted by Ryan Poles. He's the franchise head. He's talked about all the time, and he's just running. He can't throw. Why is he every step he makes? It's like Sting. Every breath he takes, every move he makes, they're watching him, right? So what's your feel about Justin Fields? Like from this losing streak and everything I just said to you, to the adversity of this guy, in your mind, you've been around this game. What are your thoughts on him, the player?
I think work always wins out, and he's a dude who works. So, I can't make no projections. I can't make any, predictions or anything like that, because that's just not my job. I don't have that. I don't have that skill set to make predictions or projections about anybody's career. But I do know, like, when a guy works as hard as he works and, lays it on the line like he does, it's going to work out at some level, man. So I like him as a teammate. I like him as a player, and he works his ass off. Like, you just got to respect that. Like, you can't, like, if he was a used car salesman, if he was a fraud, it would be hard to sit up here and say anything glowing. I probably would pass off the question as, oh, that's not my job, right? But I mean, when a guy works as hard as he works, man, you got to believe that level of work, that level of perseverance is going to pay off. So that's what I think. I don't, like I said, I don't make any projections or anything like that. But when he works like he works, man, I've never seen it not work out for a guy who works as hard as he works. So that's just in my experience.
That's all we wanted.
Absolutely. Khari, you talked about the O-line a little bit before, and one guy that was under the gun all season, even on this network from my guy DDP up there, is center Sam Mustipher. They went out and brought in Lucas Patrick. Lucas got hurt, and Sam went in, and they pulled Sam out, and he ended up coming right back in because Lucas got hurt again. But talk on the center for the Chicago Bears and what he is and what he brings to this team, because that's a guy that's been taking a lot of darts from different places over the years with his play, but he still maintains he's still here and he's still out there playing each and every week. So talk about Sam a little bit.
Man, I think on the O-line, it's easy to look at what might seem like the bad or might seem like the non-production, but sometimes you got to look at the mundane and you got to look at the, just the run-of-the-mill plays, right? And when you do that, I think it should quiet a little bit of the noise. Like he's had his share of adversity. I mean, you mentioned him being benched or whatever, and like I said before with Justin, none of that is my job, so I'm not even like looking at it and grading everybody. Like,
right?
But he's a fighter. He's a fighter. He's tough. He's strong as hell. He works super hard. I've been in the gym with him the past 2 weeks up here at NRP. You know what I'm saying? So same thing with Justin, man. I think a cat like that, like you said, he stuck around. He's battled adversity. He's an undrafted guy who worked his way into a starter. I don't like betting against guys like that, because those dudes are going to continue to throw punches and one of them is going to connect, and then nobody's going to be able to deny it. So you talk about like criticism. I don't really look at like social media.
It's hard.
I don't really look at social media during the season, right? So I don't really know like what criticism you're talking about. I mean, but if people have criticism, if you guys had criticism of it, hey, look, I don't know. That's not my job to criticize and stuff. But I do know as a teammate, he's definitely gonna show up. He's gonna work and he's gonna lay it on. Like he's gonna be a cat like Demo. He's gonna show up. He's gonna be the same dude, whether, like you said, he's going through some adversity in the middle of the season or whatever. So, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't like betting against guys who continue to get it out of the mud every step of the way, right? Because I believe he was undrafted, right?
Yeah.
And to work his way to where he is, like, I just don't see a cat like that not continuing to fight and throw punches. So
speaking of adversity, there's a guy also on the offensive line who jumps off the tape with his effort, his pancake blocks, but he's been, there's stories out there. There's whispers out there, and Tevin Jenkins, this guy, when you watch the tape, this kid has the potential to be one of the best offensive linemen or top 5 offensive linemen in the league. He's that talented. When you watch or around this guy, is there something that stands out to you about him, his personality, his work ethic, and where do you see his future going?
I mean, you talk about, just being around him personality wise, like he's a guy, like I feel like if I went to college with him, we would have been like super close playing, at college, right. Really hard worker. I can't critique the O-line position because I don't know it like that. Like I know it and I know what their job is and everything, but you talk about the splash plays. He had the pancake block. You always love to see that, and we missed him when he wasn't out there. So that's I feel like he's a great player, great upside. You know what I mean? You talk about where do I see his career going? Hell, I don't know. I don't know. You're always one play away from anything in this game, from being the next, super guard or whatever, or from something terrible happen, knock on wood. But you talk about the splash plays. I think that's who we can be. You look at the pancakes, the finishes. We all saw that on film, so that's not hard to critique, and it's not hard to love when you see a dude doing that.
I would move him to tackle. That's just me as an offensive line coach. But you brought up film. I want to ask you a question, keeping it 100. What were those film rooms team-wise? And, the last coaching staff you weren't a part of, but we had Demo and his teammate Ryan Nall kind of broke news on our show in saying that Coach Nagy didn't have team issued film sessions where people were kind of held accountable in front of their peers. Here under Eberflus and Getsy and this offense, is that different? Are you guys up there kind of, oh shit, I know I whiffed on this. Coach is going to bust my balls. Guys are going to laugh. I fell into the fucking Gatorade jug, whatever it is, is there those sessions that go on and do you like that?
I mean, yeah, there's those sessions and there's definitely that level of accountability, but he's also going to talk about the positive. I think that's the good thing, right? Like you're not just getting burnt on when you do something bad. He's also going to point out when, somebody had an explosive play, big hit, a takeaway, things like that. So yeah, we do have those film sessions and I like them, man. I think as a part of a team, like it's dope to be able to look over, and when Joe T has a big hit versus Philadelphia. I think it was Philadelphia, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, had a big hit versus Philadelphia, right? It's dope to see a cat like that get some love in the team meeting room, because like that's what the game is about. You know what I'm saying? Like you got guys finishing plays and doing things like that. He's gonna point it out, but also like the accountability piece. This game is nothing without accountability. You can't just float through and walk past mistakes like that. That doesn't work. So and we didn't do that. So yeah, man, we definitely had those times. And you always look at Darrington, man. What's up, man?
Darrington, you're reading my mind.
That's my dog.
Give Darrington a link and get them both on here. I agree. Have the Bears contacted you as far yet to talk at least, or is that like, set the tone for the season, the league year? They're kind of taking that approach.
I don't know, talking about contract stuff, but
you don't have to talk anything.
We had conversations.
Okay, good. That
during
gives
the
me hope.
And now we just looking at free agency, seeing what happens.
It's coming up quick. Free agent.
Yeah, it is March. What is it? 17th, 18th, something like that.
Yeah, 15th, I believe, and then there's the 13th, and negotiating can start. That's
conspiracy.
When Schefter says, when the free agency opens, Khari Blasingame plans to sign with the Chicago Bears.
They start with the whispers, huh? And the backroom stuff. Man, that stuff, like I love like business and negotiations and all that stuff. But when it comes to football, you just rather would just play the game. Like let's everybody get what's fair and just what I'm saying. So I mean, it's cool, but you just let those things play out, try to control what you can control, and just it is what it is,
Khari, when you came to Chicago, like obviously a lot of fans don't have the opportunity, but we saw the previous regime with Ryan Pace and everything totally revamp Hallis Hall. I mean, so that's your office every day that you go to when you pull up there, and you get to go into a place like that every day. Just talk about that as a player and everything available to you, and what that's like.
Shit, it was nice, man. You got the weight room with the floor to ceiling glass. I mean, it's beautiful. You got the training table. The food was nice. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it is every place. Tennessee was good, but the food was really great. Food was really nice. You got a nice auditorium. You gotta like where you go to work, right? You gotta be able to lay out. Go to the recovery room, sit in the Normatec booths. So it's dope. It's definitely probably like top 1 or 2 facilities I've been in. Minnesota was nice. I guess I shouldn't be saying that as Chicago.
Well, we have the guy that built that. Yeah, Kevin Warren built that. Yeah. Now he's the new president of the Chicago Bears. So talking about this new stadium coming up. So that's probably a real good thing. But
have you been able to meet the new president?
I have not. met him. I feel like I met him. In passing one time in college. Because he was the Big Ten
commissioner.
I feel like we crossed paths and I met him because I went to like the SEC meetings one time, and I don't know if I met him in passing at a certain point. I feel like I have, but hey, I don't know. Yeah. But he seems like a real cool profile, real cool dude.
I know you don't scout the tape, and I'm not going to put you on the spot like that, but I am going to ask you because I played the game, coached the game. I love this game. I've scouted, done that. But playing the game, you kind of know who the dogs are on your football team. And sometimes there's some guys that aren't or haven't gotten their shot. And fans kind of pass over the wire, transaction wire. Darrington could be one of them, but we're going to keep him off this list that I'm going to ask you. Is there one guy that you could say on this football team that fans should be like, oh, shit, you got to watch out for this kid, offensively or defensively, in your eyes?
I mean, just trying to. You talking about a guy that's like maybe not getting buzz.
He hasn't got. Maybe he's a young kid or he hasn't got it. But this is a guy that Bears fans should be paying attention to.
Maybe his name is Jack Sanborn. Who knows? I'm just
throwing
his name out there.
I was definitely thinking about Jack, and that's why I asked the question, not getting buzz, because I feel like he played lights out and everybody saw it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody saw it.
That's a layup, Shane.
Yeah.
Everybody saw it.
Braxton.
Okay.
Braxton
Jones, you're talking.
Braxton Jones. I really like Braxton.
Can I give you another name?
Sure, why not?
Blackwell.
Oh man, yeah. No, how did I tweak out and forget him? So he was one of the better special teams players in the league, like the whole league.
Talking Pro Bowl as a UDFA, they were talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Point. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you definitely got to watch out for him. I mean, when you really like cut the tape on and look at some of the plays he made as a gunner on kickoff, like that's not easy to do what he did, and to do it as a rookie. So yeah, I can't believe I forgot Josh.
There's a lot of guys to think of, so we give you a pass on that.
But I do want to hear you talk about Braxton a little bit more though, because I think that's a kid that comes where he came from and
played all 17 games.
Plays all 17 games. Got to get him in that weight room this offseason. That part of it's critical for him.
He needs to, in your intro where you got the chains on the squat rack.
One of my boys, where you got that video from, one of my boys made that video. So, I see in the comments too, somebody said, "What about Hicks, Elijah Hicks?" And the thing about Hicks and Braxton is like they got this like low key nasty shit about them. You know what I mean? Like Braxton's a really nice guy. Like when you talk to him, like really nice kid, really smart, and just it's like, oh, you look at him like, oh yeah, probably a really good football player. But then you look at the film and you look at, I've been in practice with him, seeing kind of sometimes the mean streaks, the scuffles.
Yeah.
I like that mean,
So he's got a mean streak.
I think he does. I've seen it. It might not. I mean, and then when you see him hitting people on the field, it's like, it makes sense. And then Hicks, like, Hicks is funny, and he's a funny dude, and he brings a lot of energy, and I really like him. I think he's one of those cats that's gonna be a good special teams player. He was this year, and I think he's just gonna build on that. Like I said, though, I don't make projections. I don't know. Like, I can't predict anything. It's like the stock market. Nobody can predict it. I can't predict it. So nobody would have ever predicted that I'd last this long in the league. So, who knows, man? Who knows? I like cats who kind of got a little nasty, got a little fight in them. So
how about my guy Dieter Eisland from South Africa?
Yeah,
does he have a little fight in him?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can't you can't play O-line and not have that. So I say Braxton has that, like, but as a baseline, like everybody, like all of those guys on there has that. And he's strong as hell too. Like Dieter's strong as hell, man. He's mad strong.
Country boy strong.
South African boy strong.
Yeah.
He's actually going to be on the show in a couple weeks from South Africa. I think it's going to be like 5 a.m. his time.
Man, ask him some stock market questions, man. He's one of the dudes, like, we'll be sitting at breakfast talking stock market. He got some outlook, and I like him. Ask him some stock market questions. He'll make y'all some money. So
actually, can you ask a stock market question? We'll cut it and we'll play it. Like, just talk to Dieter right now. Give him one question.
Shoot. I guess it's kind of like a layup. I know what he's gonna say to this one.
That's fine.
Ask him. So Dieter, is the market bottom in? Have we seen the bottom in the S&P? And should people start buying, or is it a dead cat bounce? And should people leave cash on the sidelines? Ask him that.
We'll play it for him.
You're asking him that, so there you go.
I'm asking him that. I think I know what he's gonna say though. We kind of bounce like ideas off of each other. I asked him a lot of questions. We just kind of talked and stuff. So. But yeah, I like Dieter, man.
I remember Tannehill. Here's my first experience. Obviously, I remember you getting the screen against Chicago in the preseason, but I remember officially saying this fucking cat can play. You ran a wheel route. Tannehill throws a deep ball, and you at 240 pounds come over the top, adjust your body and jump and turn your body and make a catch. And I'm like, I remember your screen game was excellent. There's certain thing about a back that understands, okay, timing, allow my guys to set and then take it. You do that well. But to see you wheel route and adjust to the football, I was expecting that. Shane was expecting that. In fact, I think in the preseason, we saw you on I call it the Texas route, where you're pressing like you go to the flat, you come inside, they hit you, and you just got this long stride. I'm like, get this motherfucker the ball. Jeez. Can I have one fake action dive and the tight end runs the flag and you just hit the flat? Justin hits it out to you. You fucking square your shoulders. You got 15 yards right there. I'm just waiting for that for Blasingame. Is that play in the offense? Just yes or no? I don't want to know the play.
I mean, sure, yeah, it's in there somewhere. I'm sure it can be drawn up, man. I can't give you, yes or no on that, man. Come on, man. You asking secrets of the trade, man. You definitely gonna get me not signed back if I tell you if that's in or not.
Come on, man. So there you go.
Okay,
so you
all right.
played
That's
at 236. Is that official? Because people are saying you're 228. I'm like, no, he's 230, son, right?
No, I was 228 in college. I haven't been 228 in 4 years. But that's the roster and the media guide. They put the little weights up there. I think some of them say 233 and stuff like that. But no, I'm like 245.
245, Shane.
Well,
I
start at 245, lose a little weight during the season, probably end the season at about 242, 240, right around there.
About 100 pounds more than Bryce Young, isn't it, Phil?
Oh, stop. It's about 30 pounds. Actually, I won't say. Yeah. I gotta break everybody's chops.
Khari, away from football. I mean, you got I felt like an idiot when I texted you earlier. I'm like, hey, make sure you got a mic and headphones, and he's
got a
telling me about his dope. He's telling me about his dope setup there. So
no, I'm kind of proud of my setup though, man. I'm proud of it.
Nice.
It's kind of professional a little bit.
Joe Rogan mic hanging over.
Real nice. Got the Howard Stern thing. He's grabbing his mic, talking. Yeah,
that's Howard Stern right there. Okay, let me not do that.
I like when you bring it in like this. A young boy from Alabama.
But what does Khari do for fun away from football to just kind of decompress and
shoot. So yeah, I mean, you mentioned the podcast. I got a podcast called Business of Athletes. I got a lot of friends, you know, that I went to school with, met throughout the journey that are doing real cool things outside of ball. Maybe they transitioned out of ball, so I get on there, chop it up with them, you know, tell their stories, and then, you know, like I was saying about with Dieter, you know, talk a little bit of finances, financial literacy, stuff like that. That's one of my hobbies. It's really not a cool hobby. It's boring. My wife kind of hates when I turn it on, you know, YouTube. Because it's like it's always the same thing. It's like, oh, S&P this, you know, Dow this, you know, interest rates that, Bitcoin this, you know, Tesla, Apple, all that bull. But I mean, it's interesting to me, so I spend a lot of time doing that. And then, man, you know, I picked up golf, tried to get into that. I'm terrible. I'm terrible, but I got some nice clubs though. So
right.
I should get better now that I got some clubs that fit me. Right. That's how it works. You get better at golf when you buy more expensive shit. So that's I heard that's the rule. So
hopefully,
right.
hopefully.
Right. So yeah, you know, I do that. I don't know if this is, you know, not PC or whatever, but I like to, you know, shoot guns. Me and Darrington go to the range a lot when we was in Tennessee, you know. So that's fun to me. You know, just regular, cool, chill, laid back shit, man. I don't really do too much. Man.
Are you a guy?
Oh, somebody in the comments, I hate to cut you off. Somebody said, do you watch Wall Street Trapper? Yes, I watch Wall Street Trapper. I watch EYL. I watch all those guys. So yes, I watch Wall Street Trapper. He's dope.
There
You got another.
Darren's been saying you're smooth at golf. Look at this.
So Darren, appreciate that, Darren. He says that, you know, we've been to the driving range a couple times. You know, I can hit it straight, you know, but like, you know, if we go play 9 holes, I'll give you 4 good ones where I'll get a bogey, right? And then the other ones I'm gonna putt 6 times and shit all, you know, all over the place. Like it's not consistent. So that's why I say I'm not good.
Right. So thank God you're not playing 18 holes then, right?
It would just take too long. It would take too long. I'd be out there all day. You'd have the old ladies who are really good trying to pass me up, and I'd have to let them because I can't find my ball, and it would just be a mess, man. So I play 9, and I leave it at that.
So I know the answer to this. We ask all the players. We go through this little series of questions.
Fun question. Before we go fun, I got to ask a couple more football, man.
Go ahead.
So who in your time have you played against that are like, oh fuck, I gotta deal with this motherfucker coming at me on a bob play or whatever it is? Who is that linebacker that gives you headaches? You know, you love to compete against him, but that motherfucker can rock in regards to. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this one, and I'm not just saying this because he's my homie. But Zach Cunningham. So when we were in Tennessee, we played the Texans a bunch, and there were times where I got him, and there was times where he got me. And you know, he got me probably like once. He probably got me twice where I ended up on my back. You know what I'm saying? And it's you wouldn't assume that he's gonna be the one to like, you know, strike, because if you look at his frame, he's kind of lean. He's kind of I wouldn't say thin, but he's lean. You know what I'm saying? So, but the way he uses his leverage and his hands, I've seen him put really good old linemen on their ass. So
yeah,
I would say it was never like, because I hate to sound like, you know, cocky or everything, but I don't ever roll into a game being scared of a linebacker or scared of hitting nobody.
Right.
But you know, sometimes you get those that it's like, ooh, I felt that one, and so I've had those with Zach a few times.
Nice.
And he's a Vandy guy too, so yeah.
There's no bias there. No bias.
Maybe not.
We had a quarterback from Vandy at one point. Did you ever run across Mr. Cutler?
I did. Yeah, I did. Interesting guy. I mean, kind of, you know, high and by.
I've heard that a lot.
I didn't really get a chance to. I didn't really.
I love
get a
the way you
chance to
phrase
like,
that though. I've heard that more than once.
Interesting guy.
Interesting guy.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I didn't really get a
Did he
chance.
give you a Vandy dap? Did he do that? No,
I can't even remember. I mean, he was in the weight room. I said what's up to him, and it was just kind of like, all right. So I was just like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's cool. It's cool.
You're playing the wing. You're coming backside to trap the defensive end. The Bears run this play. You don't have to name the play. They run it a lot, though. And your job is to kick out that backside defensive end or end, whoever's on the contain back there. Or it could be to pass pro. Is your mindset coming back off, whether you're coming in motion and then you're coming back or you're sitting there as a wing, is you're just, I'm going to destroy this guy? Is that how you play this game?
I mean, shit. Sometimes if that's what it, if that collision is coming, you can't run from it. But a lot of times those are cut blocks anyway, right?
Right.
So you're trying to get him on the ground and have that hole be as wide as you can. So I mean, if they're squeezing it, then yeah, you gotta stick your face in there. You gotta try to clean it out and just puncture it. But
coming down and wrong shouldering.
Yeah, then you got to put your face in it and just try to collapse it down. But if they like up the field and it's surfing, and you just cut them and call it a day.
The other question, I would be remiss if I didn't ask this, because I am putting you in a category of me watching. I watch every play and I break down the tape. We have a patron channel where I'm hard on guys like I would. And I coach and I make jokes to teach. And you are in this upper echelon of blocking. But the guy that's up there with you is 178 pounds soaking wet, and that's Darnell Mooney. When I watch his effort and I watch him, I mean, I'm seeing plays now, again, not this past year, but with Nagy would motion him and bring him in B gap, and he's fucking going up and filling on a linebacker better than our tight end. And the reality is there's an intensity and a spirit that this kid plays with that I will be the first to tell him if we can get him on this show. I've been trying to get him on because I think the world of him, because I've never seen a guy at 178 block like this kid. Can you talk about him?
Yeah, no, definitely watching the film this year and then, seeing the effort that he played without the ball in his hands, definitely interesting. I didn't see the B gap ones from last year, but
I'll send you the clip. I clipped it. I think I have it as a favorite on my phone because people don't believe me. And I go, man, you want to see intensity?
Nah, but it's definitely, you say intensity and spirit. It's definitely about want to. And I feel like, and it's a credit to all the receivers. Like all of them did really well at it this year, or at least when they had the opportunities, they didn't turn it down. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, when a guy's turning down something and doesn't really want to hit it, but they definitely gave their best effort, you know what I'm saying? And in the run game. And that's, I mean, you talk about receivers, that's a position where guys are like, give me the ball. So when a cat like, EQ and Nikhil and D Moon and, Pettis, all them guys are throwing it up in there and, trying to get a play going. And, sometimes they're cracking a wheel, you know what I'm saying? That's impressive. And you got to respect that. You got to respect that because they don't, no disrespect, but they don't really want to do it, but they want to do it, if you get what I'm saying.
I do.
Like they want to catch the ball, they want to, score, but when their number's called to do that, they want to do it because it helps the team. So I respect it. I respect the hell out of it.
I'm sorry. Is that a testament to obviously the player, but there was such a big thing about loafs and hits? Is that something that you're given a slip for, graded for? Is there some sort of something you could share with the fans and how? Because Eberflus has been very transparent that each position coach goes through the tape of every of his guys and hands him, and he's also checking too. So how much is that a part of this culture here?
Yeah, no, that's that. I mean, when you got guys that are playing hard, like just throw the record out the window, right? But you got guys that are playing hard and you get into those meetings. Nobody wants to be the guy up on the film that's like, all right, so you turn this one down. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't want to hit this one. Like nobody wants to be that guy. So when everybody in the room is like trying to be a part of it and trying to, throw it out there, it's not like you got to, because you like when you say you got to, that's a negative connotation. That's like, oh, I have to go do this. It's almost like, nah, everybody doing this. I'm doing this shit too. Like I'm not gonna be the only one sandbagging. I'm not gonna be the only one not putting out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go get it.
I love it. I appreciate it.
How hard is it? You know, you're talking about the wide receivers, and this popped into my head, but you see a guy like Chase Claypool come here in the middle of the season, and you know, expectations come along with it when you're giving up a high pick like that, but he's transitioning to a different offense, and you know, coming back home to the Midwest. But what were your interactions like with Chase and how he fit in with the locker room?
I think he fit right in. I liked him. You know what I'm saying? He worked hard, and I think he's a cool dude. You know, I liked him a lot.
It's always difficult coming in.
Yeah, very much.
Middle, you got to catch up. Now you got the second round trade and expectations. Justin Fields, the team is loose. There's so, like, we had one of the members. We have all the beat writers come on. Well, most of them, the ones that aren't afraid to fucking keep it 100, come on, and I respect that. But all of them were to a man saying, you know, you expected more, and I was like, well, he got hurt. He's coming in learning this scheme. So it's an incomplete. You can't say it was a wasted trade, because the narrative now, Khari, and I know you don't do social media, but the narrative is, well, the Bears gave up a first-round pick for him because Miami got theirs taken away. So essentially it's the 32nd pick, and they're trying to create this narrative that Poles got fleeced in getting this young, talented kid from the Steelers. And I'm saying that, you know, this was an opportunity. In fact, I thought it was a check mark in the Justin Fields box and saying, we want to get a big guy out here to help throw the ball down the football field. It just, everything didn't work out right. And to your point, as long as the team is seeing that this kid is, you know, going to be a fit here, I think that's the biggest thing, to have an off season building in this offense. Again, I think that would be important. What says you?
Man, you said everybody's got to, like, they have the narrative, right? So narratives are just that. They're just narratives. They're just stories. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got an opinion on something, and, you know, but you just got to remember, like, you got people's opinions without seeing the practice tape, without understanding the context. Like you said, there's a whole thing. There's a whole thing going on, man. So narratives are just that, man. They're narratives, and nothing matters until you put a helmet on and it's Sunday and you're playing. Like, I hate to, like, kind of sound like that guy, but, like, I really just, like, and I wish I could give you a better, like, more, you know, flagrant answer, but, like, I really don't care, like, until Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Or until practice. And if a guy's laying it out there in practice and then he goes and lays it out there on Sunday, I have no opinion on the narratives from, you know, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he gets his next at bat and he does his thing, like, all right, boom, that's the narrative. That's going to be the narrative. Like, this. So I really don't even know how to answer a question about the narratives. One, because I don't pay attention to them, and two, because they just don't really fucking matter to me that much, man. Like, I'm sorry if that's, you know,
no, not at all. That's how this network thrives. The whole premise of this was Shane and we left an old network because we didn't ever have a script, no narrative. Like Khari Blasingame's name that doesn't resonate with 20,000 people. We're going to be making sure it's known for our fans and Bears fans that want the truth. That's,
man, I appreciate that, man.
That's the importance of this. So we went to the tape right away. My father, me were on a Sunday breaking down Blasingame tape from the Titans to show Bears fans that this is the kind of football player that you're getting. That's what this network's all about. And this show here, Keeping It 100, is always to fucking battle the narrative. It's like, keep it 100. Players come on here, they swear, they loosen up. They're like, listen, I think I can count on two hands. Player, listen, I got 30 minutes with y'all. And they end up staying for 2 hours. Jarrett Payton was like, guys, I can give you 25 minutes. He's here for 2 hours and 20. He's like, bro, this is what, and that's the goal, is to be the best, just like your goal is to be the best. And that's really where we're at. And Darrington coming on here, Olin Kreutz, Kyle Long, Akeem Hicks, David Montgomery. These players come on here, they keep it 100 just like you, and that's what it's about. So fans get it. And I think, and this is to Ryan Poles and to President Kevin Warren, there needs to be more transparency from the Chicago Bears to their rabid fan base all around the world. I can already tell you in the chat, there's people from Germany, Scotland, Philippines, Ireland that are staying up here or waking up early in the morning to see you and to be a part of this. And that means a lot to us personally, but you coming on here and using this platform to promote your show or anything you want is also a priority for this network. And for me and Shane, and I told Darrington, I was waxing poetic about you, like, get him on this show, because I wanted to tell you to a man, I did shake your hand in Dallas. You guys were all in the what do you call it? The lobby area. And I was talking with David, and David went on the phone with my son, and it was a very emotional moment for my son. He's such a huge David, and you were over there, and I shook your hand. I didn't want to bother. I don't look for autographs or anything.
He was the real short guy.
Short guy.
Sorry, in case you don't know.
Guy.
I think I remember, man.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't remember you being very short, man. I don't remember that.
I'm 5'7". I know I'm short, right? We do drops here. We've been keeping you out of the drops, but if you're just tuning in right now and you're a Bears fan, we got the guy. It's Blasingame, but you know him from me as Blasingame, bringing the thunder each and every week for your Chicago Bears this year, win or lose. Number 35 never, ever gave his least. He always gave his best. That's what this is about. Now I got all my football questions out, Shane. Now we can have a few. I don't want to keep you too long here.
Yeah. Well, we can wrap it up here with him, but I already know the answer to this.
Yeah,
I know the answer to the first one because I've texted him, and
okay.
I know what it looked like, but I'll let him answer for the fans. Are you iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
There you go. He's in the game. Spin the wheel. Here
I'm in the cult, man. I'm in the cult. I'm in the blue message cult, man. I'm in the blue message FaceTime cult.
These guys, they ruin the whole fucking text thread when it's green.
Yeah.
Like,
when you gave me your cell number, I'm like, if this motherfucker comes back green, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Yeah, man. And it's crazy. It's crazy, like when you think about that, like we was talking about business and stuff earlier, right? But like when you think about how that's so ingrained in our minds, like nobody wants to see a green text message. Yeah, come on, man. You can't mess with them green bubbles, man.
I'm in a text thread now, my wife and her friends, and we're planning dinner, and it's fucking green. And I'm like, oh my God. It turns out we had the wrong cat. They put we were texting some random person our whole details of a plan. Anyway, here are you, Xbox or PS4, 5, whatever, Xbox.
Man, I'm tripping. I still got a PS4 that we don't even play, but I would say PS. I'm in the PlayStation lane. Hopefully, I'm gonna get me a PS5 soon, man. But I gotta get better at video games. Like I be trying to hop on with Darrington, Darrington streams, stuff like that. But I'm just no good, man. And it's not fun when you're not good. You're out there getting whacked, and it's a 12-year-old, and he's cussing at you, like, man, you suck. And I'm like, dog, I'm just trying to kill, 90 minutes and hang out. But I'm getting whacked, and it's not fun, man. But I'm trying to get better. So PlayStation. Yeah. PlayStation.
Hey, you're on a roll.
Tupac or Biggie?
This is a big one here. This is a big one.
Big.
Yes, he's
nice.
on a 3 for 3.
We're East Coast guys, so
okay.
We don't normally win that one. We don't.
I almost said Tupac just off of like a reflex, but then I gotta listen. Like I think like what do I listen to more? And it's more big, man. It's Ready to Die, shit like that. So
Biggie. These West Coast dudes get so fired up with me, but I'm like, bro, I mean, I don't think you listen to the library of Biggie. When you hear some flow that he gets me so amped up. Biggie Smalls. I got much respect. I don't even think it's close, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. Now you think about like I'm a huge Jay-Z fan, right?
Oh
and I think about like Jay-Z's flow and wasn't they on? I think it was Unbelievable. Were they on that together? Maybe I'm tripping. But I know on one song he was like, "Tell Big you're unbelievable." I think it was Friend or Foe. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just the flow, and it was more like, you had your, kind of like your drug rap, whatever. But a lot of big stuff was like player rap too. Like when you think of like Mace, that was player rap. Like when you think of imaginary players, that's like, I mean, that's Hope just talking his talk and just kind of flowing. I think Big did that a lot, so I like that.
I know, Phil, you got one more of the fun ones, and I got one more, but I know.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel. So one of my best friends from high school, big Marvel guy, and I never got into it. Like he was telling me, like, nah, man, you gotta get into it. So I'm in college. I watched a few of them, but I'm in college. Me and my old lady, we're watching. We're going through all the movies, getting ready for. I think it was Infinity War, or maybe it was the one. Maybe it was the one right before that. And man, it's Marvel, man. It's Marvel. It's Marvel. There's no. I can't even. Are any of y'all DC?
No.
Okay.
You're hitting them all.
We leave those for the Android users. Sorry.
Yeah, no. It's definitely Marvel, man. DC's kind of dark. You know what I'm saying? It's like
definitely.
It's like the HBO Max of superhero movies. Super dark, super moody. I'm not really into that sometimes.
So the final fun question. This one's going to put you on the spot. 40-yard dash. Treston Ebner or Darrington Evans?
Money. that Bitcoin money. Where are you putting it?
If I had to put a Bitcoin on it.
Yeah.
So I've never seen him do it, man. I'm surprised. Darrington's got some scoots, man.
So here's the thing. Bro. Here's the thing. They're both like 4.3, right?
Wow.
Aren't they? They're both like 4.3.
Yeah.
So like
Darrington ran a 4.3. I can't remember what Ebner ran at the combine. Did one of the producers look that up?
I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, look that up for me. Like, give me those numbers because also when I think about the miles per hour, like with the GPS, they were both like 21 or 2021.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Travis Ebner ran a 4.43.
So then on time it's
Darrington.
It's Darrington.
On time it's Darrington.
Because Darrington ran a 4.38 or 4.39.
I gotta go with my man Darrington then, man, because I've seen him do it. No disrespect to my man Treston. I love you if you ever see this, but I gotta go with Darrington, man. I gotta go with Darrington.
He's going by the stats. The tape never lies.
Tape never lies, and both of them got scoops, like you said. But I'm going with Darrington because I've seen it. Like I've seen the turnover, and I think if they're both training to run a 40 or even 100, I think Darrington might get it.
Yeah, so Ebner had a 4.43, like Ivan said, and Darrington at the combine had 4.41. So that's
so they were both 4.4s. Okay, that's so close, man.
Those slow asses couldn't get that 4.3, right, Khari?
Hey, look,
4.4 is flying.
If I was chasing them, they would have got it.
World class speed is 4.4.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about stats. Remember, stats are for losers.
There you go. I'm wearing this. We're sending one of these to you.
Oh man, I appreciate it. Man.
I'll get your info from you and size and stuff like that, and
We'll send you
send you
your
out some swag.
home entrance intro every time you
It
come
should be
home,
on your phone right now. I texted you your intro, so get that set
Alexa,
up.
play
Okay.
my theme music, and then
Tell your wife you're coming
hit
home.
her with the Dion. That's that
Yeah.
Dion. Play my theme music.
That's right.
Yeah.
We made Darrington
Finish up that
one.
honeydew list, and then you walk back in the house and you have that entrance theme going.
Yes. As soon as I put the baby down to sleep on the first try, like that's an accomplishment for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, congratulations,
goes to
on
sleep
the
on.
baby girl.
Thank
How
you.
How old is she?
She's 5 months. Well, 5 months and about a week.
How's the sleeping situation going?
Man, it's actually great. My wife's got her on the schedule. She's probably in there sleep now. She's got her on the schedule. She sleeps through the night.
Yeah. Oh, you're lucky. This is your first?
Yep, first one.
All right, don't have a second one because that's where I fucked up. My son was perfect. My daughter, she'll be 2 in June. And,
they call him the trick baby. They call him the trick baby. They trick you.
No, she
The next one's gonna be good. I ended up having twins, so there you go. But
you know that's
they're
what we want. That's what we want. We want twins. Go ahead and knock them all out. We had one. Let's do the twins. Knock them out.
Well, don't get tricked into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get. It's two for the price of 2, right? Nobody's getting off easy. It's not 2 for the price of 1.
Me and my wife would have to trade off. As soon as we got one to sleep, the other one it was crazy. We started going nuts.
There was no trading off with Emerson. We were just both wide awake all night. She did not sleep.
Demon child, he calls her.
Yeah.
Real quick. Is there a show that you want the audience that should be watching, should be binging right now, that you would let people know, hey, check out this show?
Ooh, shit. Nah, all right, this isn't fair, and everybody's gonna be thinking that I'm like some stiff or some square, right? But I really like the show Succession.
On Apple TV, right? Or is that on HBO Max?
I think it's HBO Max.
Max.
It's about this huge company and all type of business stuff, and I like it's my wife thinks it's boring, right? So take what I say with a grain of salt because I like boring shit sometimes. So y'all got me comfortable. Y'all got me up here cussing and stuff. I hope my mama don't watch this. I hope my mama don't watch this, man.
Jackal just sent her the link, so she's watching now.
But yeah, man. So I really like Succession. Shoot, I'm trying to think, man.
Oh, that's a good one.
I like The Godfather of Harlem, Bumpy Johnson.
Okay, that's on my list of watching. I didn't put Succession, but now I'm gonna put it on.
Yeah, and then tap in on The Godfather of Harlem. Okay.
I'm going crazy right now. In fact, I wrote my first movie or streaming. It would be a series review today. I was writing it.
Okay.
Because I'm so impressed with this movie. In fact, I was telling Chris Jackal, my guy, The Servant on Apple Plus by M. Night Shyamalan is so fucking crazy good and delicious. It inspired me to write my first review. Like I wanted to shout it out because I was like, it's such a good, you're constantly grinding. It's a spooky, crazy, chaotic story with all these twists and turns that you'd expect if you know M. Night Shyamalan. I See Dead People. He directed that.
Okay.
And The Sixth Sense and Signs, and he's just got a great the movie, like filming of this movie is so beautiful. Like the details in their shots and how they tell this story and the characters and the acting, the casting. I'm telling everybody, just take some time out, check out The Servant. It is I'm just forewarning you, it's not for the kids. You want to watch it as adults, but it is a great escape. So there's my review.
Apple TV. All right,
Apple
man.
TV.
I'm gonna tap in.
I told former Bear Chris Zorich to check it out. So he's on it. Jackal on it. I told my son's name Tate and Devin. My son Tate, we moved to a new town. He's got 3 Tates in his 3rd grade. We've never seen it. So his best friend happens to be Tate. I told his father, I'm like, check out this show, The Servant. So his father texts me and my wife. He's like, dude, I'm up till fucking 4 o'clock in the morning watching this shit. It's like, it's so fucking good. I was like, bro, I'm telling you, it's one of those shows where you're like, oh shit, I gotta watch every episode. It just ends. You're like, whoa. Anyway, last thing before we let you go.
Okay.
We always
Gotta
ask our
test
guests.
your acting chops here, Khari.
Yeah, you got to put on your business attire. No, you just got to come out here. You're gonna do a station ID. You're gonna say, "Hey, this is Khari Blasingame, fullback of the Chicago Bears. I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network."
And fuck all you Android users. You don't have to put that part in there. But
Yeah, I'm probably gonna leave that one out, Shane. I'm probably gonna leave that one out. So it's so just,
who you are,
and then I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Yeah,
boom.
That's it.
That's
all right.
Darrington did it in one shot.
Yeah,
We got to
nailed
give
it.
Akeem Hicks 11 takes.
Yeah.
Chris Zorich 7 takes.
All right, I can't let Darrington outdo me, so I got to get it in one take. I got to sit up. All right.
And when you're ready, I can count you down. So you just tell me when you're ready.
All right, I'm ready.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Hey, y'all, I'm Khari Blasingame, and I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Oh.
GQ smooth right there.
Hey.
One take.
Darrington, I appreciate you. He said no pressure. He said no pressure. I got it, man. I got it.
Yes.
He did it. You are in the history books. You'll be in our opens. You're honestly someone. Listen, I'll keep it 100 with you. I fucking go to sleep sometimes praying to God, please, get Blasingame back, or please re-sign David Montgomery. Let's get this team right. Make a trade. Like my father got so passionate last night when we were breaking. The Bears need to fucking win. Get great players there that love the game of football. Ryan Poles, I'm talking to you. If anybody's watching tonight, I already see the chat and we'll obviously see the comments. If this isn't a showcase of a guy that you want your franchise to be a part, be a part of and be on, that kind of leader, man, I just came away so impressed with you. And we usually just wax poetic or we talk smack when someone gets off the air, like, you know what? But I'll say it in front of you. Just thank you so much for coming on and giving us your time. And God bless your wife for taking care of the baby tonight. I know that life.
Oh yeah, man. I might go out there and get an ugly look. It was
longer than
just play that intro on your way out.
Right. I'm gonna play the intro. I'm gonna walk out with my hands up, like Rocky.
Get Rob's boombox. Put that up top.
Yeah, man. I'm just gonna let it ride, man.
Let's get one more social for him. Follow him. Where can people follow you? And there you go.
All right, so you can follow me on Twitter at Khari Blasingame, just my name. On Instagram, KB_23. You got to spell out the 23. And then my podcast is Business of Athletes on Instagram and on YouTube. So that's how you can find me. Yeah, that's it.
All right. I hope if you could follow me back on Instagram. I tagged you in a couple things.
You did. Okay, let me hop onto it.
I wanna send you some swag your way.
All
but
right.
I want to know what you prefer, because some guys would prefer a t-shirt or a hat or a hoodie. What would you prefer?
Yeah, I'm a hoodie guy, man. I'm a hoodie guy.
So there you go.
I keep it cozy, man. Even in the summer, sometimes I'm in a hoodie. So
there you go. That's what's coming your way. A nice TTNL hoodie. I think the stats are for losers, or we'll keep keeping it 100. Which one would you want?
Man, let me get stats are for losers. I like that.
There you go. There
I like
you
that.
go.
Yeah.
So DM me your Addy on Instagram, and I'll get that out to you.
All right, I'm going on there right now.
Yeah, I don't want to get you in trouble with the wife. I have a ask Kenneth Davis from NBC Sports. Phil kept me on all the while. It's Phil's fault. He just kept talking. Yes, I could talk. I'm Italian. I could talk. Khari, it was great having you on. Thank you for your time. All the best to you, your wife, and please, God, please, Ryan Poles and Eberflus, get this guy back as a Chicago Bear. Thank you for sharing all the insight and for Shane keeping it 100 right here.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all. It was fun, man. It was fun. I don't really
gotta have you on again, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Can
for
we
sure.
put you
for
and
sure.
Darrington on together?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's play like some video games on there too, so I can show y'all how bad I'm ass. But yeah, man. Hey, do me a favor. Bleep out all these cusses. I don't want my
Absolutely.
So
Jackal will be on that. No, it says right in the beginning of the show for mature audiences only.
All right. Well, I guess leave them then. Don't.
All right.
But no, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Man.
Thanks so
God
much,
bless,
man.
and all the
right.
best of luck.
Yep.
Peace.
Good luck to you and your daughter and your wife.
May you
I'm
get
glad she's
paid.
sleeping.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Have a good
There
one.
he was, Khari Blasingame.
Awesome
Dude,
stuff.
Blasingame, but I
Another
call
great
him
one.
Blasingame. Another great interview there.
Dude
Right?
kept it 100.
Yeah.
Him and Darrington will be fucking fire. So that'd be a great,
Oh yeah,
great combo.
that was so much fun talking to him. The time flew. I looked up. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
We've
But
kept him on.
that's when you know it's a great interview. I mean, not on our part so much, but by Khari. So that was
exactly.
I knew what he was talking about, but when I asked him about Jay, I love that. He's like, yeah, he's an interesting guy. It's like nobody was one bit surprised by that. But yeah, I love
No
it.
one should be. But that was so much fun because he's listen, I really believe in his talent. Like this isn't, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm watching the tape and he's being asked to do some things that our tight end isn't doing. And he's
100% a place on this roster for Khari Blasingame.
They got so much money, man.
Well, and you have to look at it, Phil.
Fullback market.
The part that is in your favor is this regime is the regime that brought him in.
Exactly, Shane.
So that part is critical. And, you know, like you said, they're back up over the 100 million in available cap now after the release of Al-Qadim Muhammad. So they got plenty of cash flow to bring back these guys. You know, Darrington's restricted and Khari is unrestricted, but I think they're both back.
I would bring both of these guys back. Because they're TTNL, but
yeah,
I think Darrington is just getting the ground under him.
Well,
what he's going to be.
You can go back to one play with Darrington Evans when he got his shot with Chicago this year on the screen, and it didn't take any time for the explosive.
You mean against the Jets?
Yeah,
on the shallow cross,
to show up.
Yeah, we were there. We saw that.
I mean, not for nothing. This was the same running back room that led the NFL in rushing, right? Granted, Justin Fields had a huge part in that, but I mean, it wouldn't be a bad thing to bring these guys back because they've clearly shown with a shitty roster they could still put up fucking big numbers, you know. So I think.
But you look at the roster construction with Poles in Kansas City, Cunningham, and Philly, and they believe in having a deep running back room. So, yeah, that's critical.
Yeah,
I don't want to just not give Khari his due here. Like the way he carries himself is unlike what you would think a stereotypical fullback would carry himself. He's so soft-spoken and well-spoken and well-thought and keeping the class and integrity, even though he's upset about him swearing. But that's part of the show, Khari.
He was saying that, and I showed some restraint. I almost busted this out for him.
He would appreciate that.
Oh,
I think he would have liked that.
I had my finger
know
on
how he goes
I had
back
my
to his
finger
wife
on the
after
button. I'm like, I couldn't bring myself to do it.
I
Couldn't do it.
almost did. what
Wow, you showed
just did.
restraint.
I
Proud of
did.
you,
I
Shane.
did.
I love all.
I
know,
almost,
Sheree.
I almost did the same thing. That's so fucking weird. But it was
Yeah.
only to tease. our
Phil was talking
audience.
about HBO Max for 25 minutes, and I did have this one queued up. But I didn't want to ruin the flow. How many times did Phil say, "Yeah, I'm sorry, Shane. For my 14th question in a row."
Was it that many in a row?
I mean, I love you, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, real quick, Shane. I know you've been sitting there for 27 minutes, but I want to get this in real quick.
Shane's got to write his question down so he doesn't
Listen,
forget.
Blasingame is somebody like the audience is. Most of you understand what Poles and Eberflus are selling is exactly what he's bringing to the table. So if you're going to be consistent in what it is you're trying to preach, and as far as hits and loafs and integrity and accountability and toughness, this is the kind of guy you want to keep in house and keep building off. Like Jackal said, they led the league in rushing. I think Khari is a definite re-sign to keep that culture of professionalism here. I really do.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, the big thing going around today, and Phil, we talked about it last night on Draft Mob. The Bears were the betting favorites on Bet Online to sign Saquon Barkley, and I just don't want fans to overreact to every one of them. The Bears have $100 million, and part of the free agency game is the Bears are going to be involved with everybody because if I'm an agent and I want to get my client the most amount of money, I'm connecting them to the Chicago Bears because they have all of it. They have all the money. So they're going to be connected to all of these guys. So it's gonna be interesting to see how all of this plays out. Looks like Deron Payne's going to be heading back to Washington with the franchise tag.
Is that's the news now?
Yeah, it's very much expected.
Yeah,
with them working some things around. It's not a shock. If he was free, then you back up the Brinks truck and you give him $20 million and call it a day, and you knock out that part of your defensive line. But there's
a couple other guys, though, Shane, you like, though, right? I think
on
the DL free agency wise.
Draymond Jones, you have to be all over from Denver. 100%. You have to bring him in. And you're talking $100 million. When I was telling Phil this, Phil was even spread. You can go out and take your top 3 or 4 your top 3 or 4 free agents that you love as a Bears fan. Ryan Poles, he can go out and pay every one of them, and the Bears still will have the most money available.
Well, I would get if Payne goes back, then I'm calling Hargrave.
I like Hargrave.
Well, I think
I know he's 30 years old.
Yeah, but that's why you have to. Yeah, you give him a 3-year deal. Pay.
I'm going to pay him
Would you give him $20 million a year, like 3 years, $60 million? Would you be comfortable with that?
I would, because I know the player he is, and I think he's got 3 years left in him.
Well, you have to. The business move is if you're giving him a 3-year deal, you're probably not. If you're talking, if you're talking 20, you're talking 4 or 5 to space it out a little bit, but you're going to pay most of it within 2 years. So
exactly.
Then he's 31. Then he's 31, 32, and if he starts to regress, then you say goodbye and you're not out anything. But yeah, he's fantastic. It's just going to be it's going to be interesting to see how they attack it, because Ryan Poles still has said that this isn't a quick fix. So are they going to, to me, Draymond Jones is an absolute no fucking brainer. You have to go out and pay up, bring him in. I think that they're going to be involved in a guy like Yannick Ngakoue. also from Indy. So it's gonna be very interesting to see. But Hargrave fits exactly what they want. I mean, Olin talked about him today. When you start, we talked about this last night, Phil, with Tyree Wilson, and then when we were talking about Miles Murphy the week before.
Yeah.
I'm not a Miles Murphy guy, but when you were game planning for Clemson, you didn't start your game plan with worrying about Miles Murphy. That
Right.
says a lot to me.
Right.
Hargrave is that guy, as good as Philadelphia's defensive line, their defensive front is. Hargrave is the guy. He's a game record.
He's the engine.
He just doesn't fit the age profile that you're thinking that Poles is going to go for, but you can structure it in a way that you can move off of it in 2 years and you're not out
Especially
anything.
with the amount of money you have. And listen, I'm going to say this again, as I said it to Wiederer. I think it was an important point that a lot of fans miss. The defense was so bad it affected the quarterback and the narrative that's going on with Justin Fields, because it's a team sport. If your defense can't fucking stop anybody, then it's going to be a problem on all ends. So win-loss records and narratives are going to be written by put a fucking talking head in it. I'll play you a audio clip in a second of the talking head, but we'll stay here. I'm a big Marcus Davenport guy.
Yeah, I'm not there on him.
I think he would be day one signing for me at one of the defensive ends, the right defensive end. What you thought you were trying to get with Muhammad, he's fucking leaps and bounds. So Hargrave and Davenport would be in my, and I love the guy, the fucking dude from Detroit, my guy.
And I think you have to. I think you absolutely have to include Draymond Jones in there.
Oh, Draymond Jones as well. I agree with you 100%.
Okay.
But real quick, Ben, it's a great question, and it's very important because a lot of people misconstrue what it is. Cap space and cash. It's not really cash space. It's there is an NFL salary cap, which the Bears, let's just say, make it an even number. They have $100 million in cap space that they could spend. They're not going to spend all of that. The allotted cash that they have to spend, they have to bring it up to the 3-year floor. And I believe last time it's almost $200 million that the Bears have to spend. Have to. If they spend $130 million of it, that $70 million gets turned over to the NFL, and it gets dispersed amongst the teams. So they're 100% going to spend up to their cash floor, but don't get all super excited over that because it's very easy to do. You go out and sign a Javon Hargrave with him being 30 years old, you front load the hell out of that, and he makes a bunch of money in the first 2 years. You extend Cole Kmet and give him guaranteed money. You extend Darnell Mooney, give him guaranteed money. Every bit of cash that you're spending is helping you meet that cash floor. But the overall cap, the Bears have to spend more money in cash than they have in cap space. But that's when you get into the logistics of a deal and how it's broken down with bonuses and guaranteed money. And, if you sign a 5-year deal, you can stretch the bonus money over that 5 years. And so there's a lot into it, but the Bears have to spend a shitload of money to meet the floor. And they're not just going to give that money away to other teams.
My under the radar defensive lineman is John Kaminsky from Detroit.
Yep.
Now, this guy on tape is just country boy strong. And this is a guy that I'd make it a point to get over here in Chicago. He's one of those dogs that does shit on each and every down, the dirty shit that you need in this scheme. And just remember that name. Hopefully he makes it. Yeah, I mean, he has bounced around the league, but he's really grown into his body. We were, if you're not a patron, you're missing out on a lot of. I mean, there was great, but one of our best shows ever last night between Cars, you, my dad, and myself breaking down Wilson out of Texas Tech. That guy's an absolute freak of an athlete, size, and we broke down the tape. Shout out to my guy Ivan cutting it up, and Chris Harold for all you guys do. And we were able to sit down there for almost 2 hours breaking down that player and some great draft preparation and talk as we look at the needs of the Bears. We're drafting for the Bears. It was a really good conversation between us, me and my dad, the football coaching side, versus Shane and Cars, the business side of the draft. So sign up, become a patron. Those shows are all in the DVR deck of patronage. So go over there, and hopefully we'll be breaking down Kaminsky as he becomes a Bear. I'll watch his career because I think
another name to keep an eye on in free agency that not a lot of people have talked is what? Who?
I'm sorry, I was reading your mind. I'm going to shut up.
He said,
no, is a guy that got a lot of hype coming into the draft.
Fucking a guy when I was like doing a little deep dive into that shit. He was, he fucking hurt me significantly. Yeah, that's Bobby Okereke. That's who I was going to say.
Okereke. Yeah, I think that the Bears will be directly involved in him, but I'm talking defensive line is Arden Key. Is a guy that
you see it.
Yeah,
Arden Key is definitely going
he
to
fits the profile of what Flus wants.
Edge rushing.
He's 26.
Rushing, length.
I like him.
That
Good
could be a
age.
guy that you could pivot to. Ngakwe is going to be more expensive than Arden Key. But these are the guys, listen, free agency is a fucking landmine. You're paying premium prices for C and B level talent. But the offset of that is to pay guys that are young, that are hitting free agency at that 25, 26. That's what makes the linebacker from Buffalo so intriguing. Is I'm blanking on his name. Jesus.
Tremaine Edmonds.
Tremaine Edmonds. He's only 24 years old.
How about his guy is a guy that'll be Zach Cunningham. It's going to be a guy that hits
he's
the
bounced
market.
around, a little bit, but it's gonna the Bears are gonna hit this, and Dave Wannstedt talked about you pay for your offensive line in free agency, and you draft your defense, and they're gonna do both. They have to.
If they were to come away with Kaminsky, Draymond Jones, who was the other guy? Davenport and Hargrave.
Wow.
You've redone your defensive line there with some of the other and you can do it. That's it.
And still go out and get McGlinchey or get Mike McGlinchey there. Bring him in.
And then you got to go to the offensive line. Yeah. Obviously, we're going to be breaking down every free agent signing. We're going to be live free agent frenzy here as well as our patron side. So if you're going to want the best offseason coverage, you're going to go to the tapeneverlies.com. I guarantee you that we are going to be the best Bears coverage out there. This isn't fucking like rainbows and sunshine shit. Like there's no mocking and bullshit. Like we have not done one mock draft yet. I take pride in that because the free agency is going to set the tone of the draft.
Yes, sir.
There's no doubt about it. That's what this is all about.
And listen, and don't get upset when you see guys brought in that like the name out there. I've brought up, I'm not a huge fan of the player, but it's a guy that they're going to be involved in is a guy like McCole Hardman is going to be a guy that brings a speed element that they're going to bring here and incorporate into the offense. Not saying that they're definitely going to sign him, but he's gonna get a deal, and Bears fans will be like, losing their shit. But there's gonna be some crazy contracts given out where in year one you're gonna be like, holy shit, this dude's making $30 million in year one, and it's just gonna be they have
this is
so
the
much.
time I hate though.
Yeah.
When I get pencil pushing Brad and pencil pushing Peter.
Right.
Oh my
But
God! I can't believe the amount. It's not your fucking money.
No. But
Are you
what
gonna
I'm
fucking go out there and watch
but they're
them?
smart.
You want
They're
to go
smart
to the
for
Jets
doing
and
it
the
that
Bills?
way because you're clearing the deck while you have
have
the
to
space.
spend it.
While you have the space, you
Yes.
have to take advantage of getting
That
rid of the
window,
bonus money for these guys moving forward. Because listen, if you go out and sign 5 or 6 guys in free agency, the probability is you probably may hit on 2.
Yeah.
That's NFL free agency.
Yep.
Well, they might hit on 3.
Well,
I'm just
saying,
saying,
yeah.
They are so bad defensively.
It's just a minefield though, Phil, and that's the thing.
Yeah, it is.
People fall into the trap of, you look at year one when like Martellus Bennett came here and all of that, and then it just didn't keep ascending. It peaked and then came crashing down on the other side. So
this is
you
the
get 1 or
important
2 years out of them. You get 1 or 2 years out of them, and you saw Robert Woods got released today.
Big fan of that dude.
Tennessee.
Loved him coming out of USC. Yeah. He's older,
but the Bet Online has the Bears as the favorites to sign Jacoby Myers out of New England, Ryan Cox guy, the wide receiver.
I think that would take that. I believe they're going to sign him. That's the kind of
the value of a 2024 first round pick in terms of
broke this down last night.
Yeah, in terms of this year, you reduce it around. So a 2024 first rounder this year is it worth a 2023 second rounder in terms of value, but then that changes infinitely when you move to the 2024 draft just because of the 2 guys up top are light year better quarterback prospects than what you're dealing with this year with Drake May and the kid from USC and Caleb Williams. So yeah, and that's
that's chess.
Dan Weeder reported that the Bears, he's been told that the Bears are going to be more interested in accumulating more assets for 2024 more so than 2023 in terms of draft capital, which I understand. It's critical that you get a 1 in 24 in any deal that you move, but man, it's going to be hard for me I don't want to punt on another year of not. To me, every fucking move that you make is like, how am I improving Justin Fields' chances of being not just good, but taking that Josh Allen year 3, the Jalen Hurts year 3 jump, so he's in MVP discussions as quick as possible.
I think Dan is obviously not going to get the transparency of truth when it comes to what it is. I think there's some truth to that in the fact that the chess move is to protect yourself in regards to next year's draft because you have a situation, and I'm going to play this audio to go along with this conversation. This is Shady McCoy. Did you hear?
You could have said dipshit McCoy, and I would have known who you're talking about.
Clickbait McCoy.
But Acho doubles down on what he says. Did you hear this clip already?
Oh, Acho's
it's another.
Yeah,
it's
Emmanuel
Acho's. It's Emmanuel.
Yeah, it's his brother. Well, he's Sam is respectable. Emmanuel's another dipshit.
It works the same way.
Because if you ask my receivers, which I've asked, how you feel about Justin Fields as a passer? They don't want to go there and play for him.
Well, if they're getting drafted, they don't have a choice. They're going to go to Chicago.
I'm just saying, it works both ways. From the quarterback, he needs help. Wide receivers, we need help. Listen,
Dave, you said something I agree with, actually, in that Justin Fields is not Ryan Pohl's guy. And that's why I don't think this is smokescreen.
So yeah, and that's a really old. That was from months ago, correct?
What? I think I have no idea. It was sent to me today. I was like, I'll play it.
Maybe they regurgitated it, but yeah, Shady's just.
They're talking about the trade possibility.
Yeah.
And
that is not. The Bears aren't trading Justin Fields.
No,
they're not.
And Shady is double downing on it, saying the guys in the league don't want to go and play with him because he can't throw.
Yeah, clearly
he can't throw. They don't want to. So
I mean, it's been.
Have you heard what players in the league have said about him?
He's saying that.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Yeah.
He also got
Shady
eviscerated.
McCoy.
He also got eviscerated by his former Kansas City teammates when he was talking about Eric Bieniemy.
Badmouth and Bieniemy.
Yeah, and all of his teammates came to Bieniemy's defense and said, "Yeah, it's Shady. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but whatever." I mean, that's
because he was there for like a fucking cup of coffee. I mean, won a Super Bowl, but he was there for a cup of coffee. Now, like you said before, clickbait McCoy is his name.
Yeah, exactly. That's him, Emmanuel Acho, those guys. They're getting noticed by being loud and boisterous and making crazy claims like Justin Fields can't throw the football. You know, it's just it's low hanging fruit. You know what I mean? It's like playing the contrarian. Oh, this guy's praising this guy. Well, I'm going to go on Twitter and say that Mitch Trubisky's going to a winning organization and Mike Tomlin's going to turn him around. Oh, wait, that fucking shit right down your leg, too. So there's, that shit happens. And, I'd love to have Shady on this.
We got two guys that can reach out to him.
Well, do it.
Well, me and my friend were talking about that today. It feels like the only qualification to be an analyst is you used to play football. Like they're just giving that job to anybody, and not just because you played the game don't necessarily mean you're qualified to evaluate other people.
But
it's Blasingame was saying he can't evaluate those other positions because he doesn't study that. So
I have said that for many years.
Chicago is one of the biggest markets in the world. They have a rabid fan base, and I can pull clips of Colin Cowherd praising Justin Fields and holy shit, the Chicago Bears actually have a quarterback. And then last week he's saying, well, the Bears got to trade Justin. You got to reset that rookie pay scale. What? Why? Why would I?
No, you don't. Not for 2
You think
years.
I'm resetting the rookie pay scale for Bryce Young? No, I'm not. It's so.
Well, it's because it's a sexy thing. The number one pick being a quarterback. It's better to talk about them picking another quarterback.
Yeah, quarterbacks.
They're going to trade down, and you know what I'm saying. So they're just it's ridiculous talk.
Listen, there's some horrible analysts out there. As a whole, I see him. The PFF guy was talking about Richardson and what's his name going first overall, Levis.
I think
I wouldn't be surprised if they go first.
I think there's a 100% legitimate chance.
No way,
Levis. Oh yeah, dude.
Wow.
Colts straight up for Levis.
I
Manning 2.0. Like they're just
I wouldn't
thinking,
be because they
6'5".
fall in love. No, they look at him like he's Josh Allen. He's got the howitzer on his shoulder. He can move. He got
6'5",
banged up a little bit. I don't agree with it at all.
No.
And
I listen.
Like,
you want him, take him.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Come get him. Come get him, motherfuckers.
I would not
and
take
a player
Levis
too.
that high. I do like some of Levis's traits, and we'll look at those on our Patreon side when we do the quarterback shows. We'll do 2 quarterback shows.
How many big games did he win?
And we'll see what they offer. There's definitely a lot of smoke around Justin Fields because of all of the stuff that you and I have documented. I mean,
and let's be honest, it's good. It's annoying to us, but it's good for what the Bears need and want to take place moving forward. Ryan Poles is sitting back in his office, and he doesn't want that stuff to stop. And I know Justin came out and said that the Bears haven't told him, but I find it very hard to believe that they haven't had some communication, because it's very key when Ryan Poles said, for me to move off Justin Fields, I would have to be blown away with an offer. And
listen,
he's not going anywhere, guys. I'm telling you right now.
I agree with you.
I'm with you. I'm with both of you.
I have always stated, though, if you don't do your due diligence at the top when it comes to these guys, and you, as a GM, have the responsibility since 1947, you haven't had this pick, you have to look at Bryce, CJ Stroud, and these players to see, listen, in all honesty, is this guy a better fit philosophically for and tangibly for what we do offensively than what Justin is doing? And the hardest thing for anybody analyzing these quarterbacks is that shitty defense, terrible offensive line, terrible play caller. So you either have to push all your chips in, pretend that you might want to trade to get the most back and play all these games, but you also at the same time have to do your due diligence, because it's a crapshoot either way. Has Justin been a perfect prospect? No.
Okay, Quiddy Pay, number 4 overall.
Yeah. Smoke weed every day.
But he broke records with having the bad O-line and the bad play call and all that.
Well, he broke rushing records, and that's where these guys are going.
Yeah.
And listen.
But he threw the ball in Ohio State. He didn't run the ball. He was throwing the ball. So obviously he can throw.
But the reality is Ohio State had a fucking dream team of receivers and a great and that's where a great defense, and that's where the projection of what this kid is going to be able to do is important. Now, he struggles with progressions and anticipate. That's his big processing time.
I think struggled is too strong of a word. I think he needs to improve there. Yeah. He needs to speed.
He did improve from the start of the season to the end with
100%.
He totally improved. That's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
I think that's his biggest struggle. And he said it. So if you get to a point where you're like intermediate, take the check down, take the read. But again, it's so hard because you're in a league, a passing league, where the rules are serving the offense more so than the defense. And you have the likes of Mahomes and these other, Justin Herbert out with the chart, and Josh Allen, and these guys are growing. So we had a shitty shoe salesman, and I'm not even talking about Matt Nagy. I'm talking about Ted Phillips running the team with a shitty shoe salesman, fucking price chopper coach. And then you're trying to change that culture, and then there's a rookie OC and a new culture and a new offense and so it's so hard to analyze Justin. That's why I believe you can't trade Justin Fields. You have to take your $100 million, build the defensive line and offensive line in free agency. You better go out there and fucking pay these motherfucking offensive linemen. I don't give a fuck what these nerd fucks say. It's about winning. Pay these fucking guys. Front load it. Get him the protection so you get the answer. Make the trade. Set yourself up for next year. Now you can decide. Okay,
don't be in on him.
Yeah.
If what's his name is talking, if Khari is talking about work ethic and okay, that's winning the battle. Now you got to put it on the product on the field. That'll all define itself. And there's no way I take this easy approach next year. Justin is in the headlights of me. He's got to take a fucking step and make the throws. There can't, and I think a lot of people forget Miami game. Refs not calling pass interference.
Mm-hmm.
He made the throws.
Equinemius St. Brown, 4th and fucking 8, right through his fucking. Yep. These things change. Those plays change, and drives, and what he did running the football can't be taken away. And that's where you have to go. It's totally a difficult situation for Ryan Poles, because you can't lose 10 in a row and then next year I'm totally with Herb Howard. You got to go to the fucking playoffs. It's not hard. You got to fucking win, and you got to spend, and you got to get the right guys in here and make those those priority moves. Like you said, Shane, Poles has to be a fuck you. Give me fucking. You want me to move down Carolina? Give me Burns and fucking DJ Moore. Your first, next year second.
I think that's.
Then you get that shit. You get both those guys.
You're gonna You're gonna get the mother load offer from Carolina. It's just gonna happen, man.
He's better than you. Better take those moves and fucking push even harder. Don't be that asshole Dave Wanstead. What do you want? What would you give us for Rick Meyer?
First round pick.
No, give me your best offer right now, and he offers them.
He fell right into the.
They thought they were going to get a 3rd rounder. He offered them the fucking 7th pick in the draft.
And Tony Gonzalez.
That's who they. If they would have stayed, that's who they were taking. Yeah,
that would have been the 1 year.
And Seattle took Walter Jones. Seattle took Walter Jones with that pick.
If Houston wants to come up to 1 to secure their guy,
they got their tight end that year too. They took fucking John Allred.
John Allred out of USC.
Wow.
John Lynch's
Who was he the brother-in-law of?
John Lynch.
John Lynch. That's right. John Lynch actually knocked his ass out of a game.
Yes, he did.
A good brother-in-law. But if Houston wants to come up, okay, give us the 2nd pick and give me your left tackle.
Yeah.
And give me your 2nd round pick.
Like Keys guy has this here. Listen, the way that this draft
your
is
blue chip edge rusher is Brian Burns back. That's how you got to think of it.
Yeah, if you go down there, you get Brian Burns back. You're cooking with gas.
You already know what that's
plug and play.
The fucking
draft. I told the blog boys about
the compensation from going from 1 to 9 is going to be so fucking massive.
Yes,
massive. I mean, you're getting back a future 1st round draft pick if you won't go from 1 to 4. Imagine going down to 9.
Plus, you get a proven pass rusher in this league.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get the proven is more than the fucking gamble. Listen, the only guy I would gamble on in this draft and say I put my name to him is my guy from Alabama. That's it. That's the one guy I'll fucking say. I know this guy is going to be a fucking free. Obviously, if you're a patron, you heard my dad talk.
Nobody here said we don't want Fields. That's for sure.
So this is a Steelers fan. He wants Fields, so he wants us to train him.
He wants Sheree.
Yeah, exactly. No,
that's fine. That's my buddy. He's not.
I think
Lady Bear's hot.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Listen, Justin Fields, surround him with some fucking offensive linemen, and bring back Blasingame and create this crew.
Here's something that
with gas.
Let me give you these numbers: 55 starts, 31 wins, 24 losses. This is for a quarterback. 68 touchdowns, 38 interceptions. 11,904 passing yards, 86.4 passer rating, 64% completion percentage. I'll give you one more. 53 starts, 21-31 record, 60 touchdowns, 30 picks, 11,603 passing yards, 86.5 passer rating, 64% completion percentage. They're almost identical all the way down through. Who are the two quarterbacks that I'm
Jalen Hurts and
referencing?
Josh Allen.
Justin Fields and Steve Young.
No.
Are they playing
Not
right
even.
now? That's
Not
so
even.
Justin Fields.
Are they playing right now though?
Yes, they're
Oh,
both.
Oh, they're playing in the league right now.
That's what I mean. They're playing in the league right now.
Yeah.
Who was your
Actually,
guest?
not even.
Jackie? You
I'm
guys
not
want-
even close. They weren't even in the league that long. That
You guys want the numbers
records
again?
don't add up. Yeah, I'm
so
off.
it's 55 starts versus 53 starts, 31 wins versus 21 wins, 68 touchdowns versus 60 touchdowns, 38 picks, 30 picks, 11,600 versus 11,900.
Who's in their fourth and fifth year?
86.4 passer rating, 86.5 passer rating, and both come in at 64 flat completion percentage.
Hurts
This
and
is
Fields.
This is what I all right. So
Justin
this is gonna blow
what
your
everyone's
minds, and this is where stats and media driven nonsense can ruin it for everybody. So the second quarterback that I named wants $45 million a year in free agency. Daniel Jones. The
Okay.
first quarterback that I named, Mitchell Trubisky. So the Pittsburgh fan probably just shot himself in the chat room. Yeah, but that's what when you're saying
he said it, but
yeah, it's
No, it was before.
It's bonkers.
No, that's why Bill Belichick says stats are for losers. That's why we say that. There's a narrative to be written with a stat. That's why when stat scouts come to talking and then they start going in that, painting it in those margins of talking about how much money they're getting paid. Shut the fuck up. Like, show me the tape of that. Not when were those stats created? In the fourth quarter, down 35-6?
I said 11,000 career passing yards, and people are naming fucking Jalen Hurts. How many motherfucking passing yards do you think this dude passed for in 2 years? Jesus.
I thought you were totally putting Justin Fields.
But you see what I'm saying? One kid's gonna get paid, wants $45 million. His agent told him, "Yeah, we can't get you that," so he fucking fired him and went to a different agent because he wants $45 million. And at this point, if they give it, it's probably going to cost them Saquon Barkley.
How many games has Justin Fields played? So he's played 17 this year.
Was it 26 games?
Well, he
I think?
missed two this year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What did Dan Weeder say at the end of year 3? He would be at 55 games.
He played 15 this year.
Yeah.
15 this year. His rookie year, he played what, 9 or 8?
9 or 10.
I can look it up. Hold on.
So listen, I'm not willing to pay Danny Dimes that kind of money either.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't think Daniel Jones is.
He started in 10 games.
Yeah, so 25 this in total.
So he's got 25 total.
Right.
So there you go. Anthony says 27.
27. Yes. I'm looking at Pro Football Reference.
I believe you, Ivan. 25. Because he did miss 2 games this year, Cherie said.
Well, yeah.
So listen.
I broke it down. The
stats aren't telling me anything. The tape has told me Justin has to get better. Justin has told you he's got to get better. How you do that is build on the offensive line first and foremost.
It's 27 games, 25 starts. I think is the
So
right.
there you go. He's played in 27.
Yeah.
We're just worrying about starts, though.
Jeepers creepers. $5 million for Daniel Jones. Holy
fuck that.
shit, dude.
But that's what I'm saying. That is the world that you live in.
Well, the cap
when you're gonna pay
going up.
Justin's gonna get 60.
But the fucking cap can go up all. It doesn't mean that you overpay for mediocre.
No, I'm not saying that's what the quarterback position. He's kind of got the Giants by the fucking balls.
No, yeah. Keys guy. No, he's not a free agent, but you would be trading for him in a trade down.
Yes.
You would acquire him. If you traded from 1 to 9, he would potentially be part of the package.
That's what we were saying. Like, the question was, well, you won't get your blue chip pass rusher if you trade down. The comment that I said was Brian Burns becomes the blue chipper for you because you're trading down. You're keeping that pick. What is it, 9?
Then you could,
and then at 9, you could take my guy from Pitt. And all of a sudden, you got a blue chip 3 tech.
Brazil could be there. Who knows?
Yep.
I mean, the draft is crazy.
You know, and we'll be talking that. I mean, we'll be breaking it down live when it happens, and I'll be like, the first thing I'm going to want to know is what did they get in the trade? That's the tense moment.
Yeah, it'll be a massive.
Oh my goodness.
Who will have it first, Schefter or Rappaport or Brad? Fucking don't talk to me, Briggs.
Probably Shefty. No, there ain't gonna be
He'll have it, but he'll have it wrong.
There ain't gonna be any Bears beat reporter breaking that news. No way.
Pelissero or Rappaport or Schefter.
The Bears blog lost its source in Alice Hall.
Yeah.
Now he's just doing ballet reviews.
Weekend at Bernie's is still going on. I think.
Yeah, we do have video of Ted in retirement. Where did that go?
Oh my fucking God. Your lunch with Mary.
Here's Ted in retirement.
Yeah.
Remind me to cut that laugh of Ted Phillips.
Do you remember the 27-year-old version of Kevin Warren when he was negotiating? What was that?
We gotta click. Where is that from? I'll do it myself.
I have it. I can send you the clip
because I gotta get. It's gotta be shortened to just his laugh. Because
we have to pull out Joniak's layer and just have the audio of the laugh. But
Can I ask you guys a question then? If you like the compensation at 9 for the Panthers, what about the Falcons at 8?
Well, they're
contingent
all
on what it is. Am I getting Pitts?
I'm curious on what you think would be if you like Burns and like who would be a player. Do you want Pitts as the guy? Like the
I would
main
say
player
I would
back,
demand. Okay,
that
you
would
want
be
one. I'm taking Pitts. That's what I want, and your
And the
one,
8.
and the one next year, and your third. That's 8. So then a third and a fucking first next year. Pitts, your first this year, a second this year, and a third next year with a first.
Yeah. So the thing that you can't get out of your mind with Carolina is, we talked about it last night, Phil, is Josh McCown is the quarterback coach there now. And he did an entire video breakdown
prior to being hired.
Saying that CJ Stroud is the next Joe Burrow.
If he feels that way and he's pushing, that's Carolina on my mind.
And somebody in the chat, I forget where it was, I just saw it real quick. I should have clicked on it, but saying, are they going to be that desperate? Well, yeah, they don't have a quarterback, and they actually have a nice team. I mean, Carolina has played some good football, but you don't have a quarterback. You're
kept their coach.
The Chicago Bears the last 50 years.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. Pace isn't the GM in Atlanta.
Pace is not the GM.
Yeah. What are we doing here?
Pace and Phil Emery are both in that front office.
Yeah, they are.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Next up, they're hiring bullets, so they're gonna have the
Quiddy in number 1.
Hold on, Bullets coming in the room.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
Let's get Quiddy Pay up in here. My boy Bullets.
Seems to be that
else, but I think it's that time. There was something else, but I can't remember what it was.
Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day. Eat weed every day.
It's time. It's that time, guys. That shout out time. Where's that song?
Sing it, Shuri.
Shout out Tape Never Lies. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holla at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holla at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too. From the fans in the stands to the follows on the gram. Thanks for your support, showing love in the DM. We stay Spencer strong, fight together till the end. Now it's time to shout out worldwide friends and fam. Like
the network that keeps it real, 100 crew. So many in the world that I gotta show love to. For some this part, signal show is at its end. But for me it's so important, thank the charter members and the fans. Build the network, speak the truth through the tape. Never run around the truth, no narratives we create. Set them straight, no bubble screen on 4th and 8. Claudio Jane getting nervous cause keeping them up too late. That's it, no more to say they get the shot of vital. But hurry up cause the postman's getting homicidal.
Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holla at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holla at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too.
The network that keeps it real. Stress is strong.
There it is, Claudio.
There it is. That ending.
That's Claudio's ending.
Flow. It just doesn't flow. The song is dope, but it's just like doesn't make any sense.
Do that again?
No.
Claudio,
He's
the
a killer.
barber is back. We missed you. Where were you picking at the flea market? What are you?
No. My wife actually got a job. She's taking care of an autistic girl on Wednesday nights now. So my daughter wasn't feeling good. I was home with her, and so that's where I was.
Oh, that's what happened.
You
up the drop.
Yeah, there you go.
He's violated HIPAA. It's fucking great.
I can only imagine the smells coming out of that thing, but
not me.
We missed you.
So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
AB.
Wednesday nights are going to be a little crazy for a little
What?
bit.
But don't worry.
Fuck yourself.
Don't worry,
No,
you got
sure.
a good one filling in when you're not here.
Exactly. You got me. You got me.
Our intros just got a whole lot better, Sheree, huh?
I know.
We know D's
I fucked your mom.
D's happy.
Claudio would just play anything. There's so many Claudio stories where he almost gets us copyright strikes. He plays things accidentally.
Claudio's laying down next to his sick daughter, and he's like, fucking season's been over for 8 weeks and we're still doing shows. Can you be sick next week too?
He wasn't
coming on the plane after.
You just need that revolving work schedule.
Yes, we missed you, Claudio. Everything is better when
I love
Claudio.
tonight, you know, it's a good break. It's always fun. Learn so much from you guys, you know, but family first, you know how it is.
$7 a month patron, Evan. $7. Now, Claudio often frequents Dunkin' Donuts. Right now, large Dunkin' Donut coffee is $3.79.
But their Wi-Fi is free.
Your Wi-Fi apparently
The Wi-Fi is free and strong.
Making money.
If you were to get a haircut from
For a long
Claudio, how much is a haircut, Claudio?
24 walk-ins, 27 appointments.
20. That's not bad. 24
Not
walking.
bad. Not bad at all.
That's
dude.
beer. That's everything.
Yeah, I better walk the fuck in every time. Save $3.
There you go. You gotta wait. Yeah, but you walk in.
Cherie, I asked the same question when I went to his shop. And go ahead, Cherie. Ask the question.
No, you pay extra to mark your spot. You don't have to wait.
If you walk in, you got 3-4 people ahead of you. You're waiting an hour and a half.
So
you should be penalized for not scheduling. And
How
motherfucker being on point and scheduling should get the break for being a fucking adult and scheduling it online. Not the fucking schlep that comes in afterwards and has to fucking sit there.
No, it's not the same day, Jackal.
Jackal on fire!
Dude, get booksy and do it like an adult. Jesus Christ. Like fucking book it like a fucking normal human being.
I don't
Shit.
Dude, walk-ins are better than appointments for me, honestly.
Jeepers creepers.
Appointments are nice.
By looking at my shit, knowing it every day.
I'm just a fan. I'm not a foot.
Jackal and Claudio.
Yeah, I get my hair cut every 2 weeks, man. I sit in my chair. Before I sit down, my next appointment is booked with my guy 2 weeks later. Like
he probably only does appointments.
Because assholes don't come and sit in this fucking shit and wait.
I'm not saying that.
No.
Come and hang out.
Can't even talk every fucking time you
I know, there's a drop every
something.
fucking 2 seconds. People like to come and chill in the barbershop, dude. It's a good vibe.
It's
like,
an
my shop
experience. Claudio has a
not like
museum.
some fucking cheesy fucking supercut bullshit. Like you
He's a very nice dick that any woman.
I'm with you. You have a beautiful shop, Claudio. I've been there. It is a fucking.
It's nice.
But I would book an appointment.
Hi, there you go. Hi.
They're all dropped right now.
I got it up.
Oh man.
Holy shit. Listen. So anyway, for 3 Claudio cuts, you can one payment, $7 a month. There you go. That's my point here. You go to Starbucks to get a
Not
large
good
coffee.
at Philotoshin. Not good at math.
I don't know how.
That fucking cap's a myth.
$24.
2 plus 2, 12.
Into 3.
I got Charlie doing math up here. I'm fucking looking at this guy.
Listen, paying $7 a month. What's 3 times 7?
Sure?
It's 21. There's 3 right there, Jackal. Yeah, there's an extra 3 remaining, but I'm not gonna 0.3 this. I'm just saying for 3. That's it. 3 7s. That's all I was trying to make that point.
I love all.
Anyway, for coffee at Starbucks, it's $7. So 1 coffee has covered your costs. There you go.
Okay.
I don't handle the cap. I just tell you, get it in. He's got
What's that?
$7 in his account.
What's that?
Get it in.
It was fucking a guy when I was like doing a little deep dive into that shit. He was, he fucking hurt me significantly,
Okay, we got you.
Just get it in. Right, Jackal?
Just a
Get
tip.
into the Patreon right there, the tapeneverlies.com. $7 for the entire month. You're getting shows all the time. In fact, this weekend we kick off our newest show is the Masters class, TTNL Masters class with Coach O Senior. I thought we had a picture of this. We do right there. We'll get on the whiteboard and break down your questions. How do you block zone? What is a 3 technique? What's cover 2? These things drawn up. It'll be a live interactive coaches clinic starting this weekend on TTNL Patron. There you go. Everyone that's a patron will tell you that's the best endorsement that you could possibly get. Really great show. I want to pass it to Cherie, the closer. Do you have anybody to shout out tonight?
Of course, all y'all were picking on D. That is actually my coworker. He does not have a thing for me. He was just trying to start shit, so he's gonna talk shit tomorrow.
Oh, he did a good job. D, well done, sir.
But no, shout out to them because I mean I do have coworkers that have become way more than just coworkers. I can truly say that they are my friends, and I know they're listening tonight.
Yeah,
so
you go get tipsy with them.
Yeah,
you go get a little tipsy with them.
Don't judge our life.
No, it's all good, bro. It's all good.
So shout out to Dewan and Kenyatta for tuning in, and I think Dewan, even though he is still a fan, he actually enjoyed the show. So shout out to them. Hey, I thought
That wasn't me.
So much better than
It
it.
had
No, I
to
would
be
never.
Shane.
It was not.
Always Shane. It's always Shane. It's
was
always
not me.
Shane. Let's
Hey,
just not
I
get
don't even
twisted.
think he
It's always
goes for the million.
Maron.
Wow.
But no, shout out to them because they truly are good friends, and I couldn't get through the stressful work environment that we have without them. So, shout out to them.
Nice.
Awesome.
Well done, Cherie.
Yeah,
Chris.
Evan, our Patreon just went up double with that fucking spelling of my name. So
Shanae.
Shanae.
yeah. He's
Oh no, he did.
good at math, but he's
Well,
dyslexic, I guess. Yes.
Shania Twain.
That's not as bad as Jose. Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Who's Tua?
I saw that too.
I was mad that popped up on the screen. We're really showing.
You like
Blazer.
Tua
Is that-
Tagovailoa
is that
or
Tua?
Biggie?
Is that Tua and Anderson Paak put together?
Two
I don't know who that is.
Oh man,
Hawaiian bars, bro.
You know, Curry saw
love
that
you,
and
Jose.
was like,
Love
what
you,
the
Jose.
fuck?
You put the lime in the coconut.
Jose's talking
Evan,
that
you're
good
not
shit
supposed to admit
tonight.
Yeah.
Chris Jackal.
There's hope, guys.
Up with hope, down with dope, Evan. Listen, you know, come on, take it easy, bud. You know,
Really, Jacob? You-
hey, I'm just saying, you know, hey, Visine, clear eyes makes wonders. You
Nope.
know? Evan, you know,
Evan's having a good time. Watching
Claudio's
the
gonna make the
show.
drop.
What's that?
I thought Claudio's gonna hit his smoke weed every day drop for him, you know, because no.
I'm gonna let you talk.
He's not helping you out right now.
Oh, shit. No, well, I'm gonna make
Leave the jokes to us, Jackal.
No, it's just perfect timing. I mean, shit. Like fucking every time Claudio and I were trying to say so, you guys were fucking. It was great. I loved it. No, I want to shout you guys out, man. I know a lot of shit's going on in everyone's lives, and I hope everything is going. You know, each day is better than the day before. So I hope everybody is still fighting a good fight. Thinking about everybody here. Reach out to Taysa, hello, or you're thinking about someone. Shoot a text, message, whatever. Smoke signal. Thinking about you, Evan. But also, you know, just fucking send some love to somebody. It's been fucking rough out there the last couple of weeks, so just spread love. That's all I'm trying to send today.
I fucked your mom.
Perfect, exactly, Claudio. I fucked your mom.
I got it up.
Bastards.
Did you just stop there? Is that what...
Oh, that's the juice.
Just
Jackal,
stop.
are you drinking
Oh,
Prime?
I didn't.
Is someone stopping it, or
It's
just
water, but it is a prime bottle, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
There's
Unless that dragon was fucking a goat.
I don't know if
Still
anybody
watching.
saw it. I did see the movie. He was in 80 for Brady. So he's a movie
he
star.
is?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh wow! Spoiler alert, Cherie.
Sorry.
You went to see 80 for Brady?
I absolutely did.
How was it?
I
Paid for
liked it, but I'm into all of the little corny movies, so I did like it.
They must have showed Brady's dong for you. Is that why you went? Is that fucking?
Did you say Brady's dong? Did you just say that?
He did. I'm gonna flip that.
Flip it.
I tried to mumble it so you guys.
I don't give a fuck that he smokes weed. They all smoke weed.
Smoke weed every day.
We have live video of Evan watching the show.
Oh my god!
The cap cap and signing and trading.
Oh, fuck.
Scouting. Oh, that's it for your shout outs. Ivan Vargas, you got some shout outs.
Yeah, shout out to Khari Blasingame. That was a great interview.
Yeah, man.
By you guys. Shout out to everybody on the panel here. Love you guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Yeah, good show, guys. Great stuff. Short and sweet.
Great stuff from you. Appreciate you. Is he awake?
Kelly, what the hell?
Is Ivan awake?
It's the glare. It's just the glare.
In heaven.
That was exactly a week ago. I was in the middle of my shout outs and I'm like, are you fucking sleeping?
That was hilarious.
Claudio.
Yes.
The scheduler, Claudio.
Yes.
You have any
obviously, shout out to all you guys. Always fun, of course, like I said before. Everybody in the chat, Life with the M's, Adam Rinchantno, Darrington Evans for coming on and
yeah,
talking shit with Khari. That was awesome. And I got a serious one here. I got a picker buddy up in Maine who his 6-year-old daughter got mauled by a dog next door, and she's bad. Yeah, she's bad. She had like 1,000 stitches in her face. And it's just horrible. So shout out to them. And they actually have a GoFundMe. If you guys want to look it up, it's GoFundMe /9A2B and then 4Ds DDD. If you guys want to donate, because it's
maybe
a sad
you can
situation.
Put that in the YouTube description, Jack.
Yeah, I'll put it in. I looked it up real quick now and thought it would be a good thing to put it out there because little girls, they're saying she won't smile ever again. It's like so horrible. But
my God,
it's a sad, it's a sad thing. So shout out to them, and hopefully, things can get better and there's miracles every day. So that's it. That's my shout out. Thank you for not dropping that. I don't give a fuck on that. That would have been fucked up. Yeah.
Shane,
they can help people from her.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if
it
would have only been 500 stitches, I would have dropped it. But I'm talking about 1,000.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm on a timeout.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Angelo, do you remember Greg Braggs?
No.
Ken chooses violence every time. Man. It's just like fucking.
It's gonna be canceled. Is what's gonna happen.
He's in the background crying.
Bam! Like,
Expose yourself.
You don't even spit it before you.
Yeah, no comedic timing.
Yeah, jab it right in there.
Let me help you out with your comedic timing.
Yeah, I know.
RSP.
You gotta laugh, I guess. But.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh my God.
Braggs just texted, wants to know if it's serious.
Well, he had 1,001 stitches.
Oh man.
Bill.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I'm a jerk.
Then let me do what I had to do. Then let me.
Yes, he's gonna do what he's got to do. Shane, you have any shout outs?
Yeah, I'm going. I need Jesus.
You need a minute?
Yeah.
You doing a Super Bowl commercial too, Shane?
Shout out to Jesus for saving your soul.
Yeah, do a Super Bowl commercial.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I do. I want to shout out Spencer Cox, turning 4 years old. I know he's down. Awesome. He's in Disney on his Make-A-Wish trip with his family. So they're living it up down there. I saw his picture with Woody from Toy Story, and he looked like he was, loving every minute of it. So I love to see that. And shout out my son, Riley, turns 12 on Saturday. Yeah. Kind of crazy. So time flies for sure. So happy birthday, buddy. Love you, and looking forward to having a little bit of fun Saturday party with you, and then taking him to his first Bulls game on Tuesday. So we're looking forward to that.
Really?
Hey, but Zach Levine's been trying to get Pat Beverly in for years now.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
the guy, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry. I'm a Celtics fan, but that's just I hate that guy.
Well, shout out to Riley. That's awesome. And have a blast.
Yeah, happy birthday, Riley.
Yep.
You know, that'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully the Bulls win for you guys. I know you're going to see Abreu, right? You're going to go up for dinner.
Yeah, I'm going to see Claudio Abreu grab a bite to eat before the game. And
Ronaldo's back.
Nice.
The Bulls play like shit. We're sitting right behind their bench. So if you're watching the Bulls game Tuesday night,
Nice.
yeah, we're sitting right behind the Bulls bench.
What jersey is he wearing?
I don't know. He's got a couple of them. Yeah, probably not Michael Cooper, Phil.
It's definitely not Cooper. I would wear a Jordan jersey there.
Rodman.
Yeah.
Today I saw Jordan's house for the first time.
The one that's been for sale for 10 years?
Yeah.
Is it with the fence?
Yeah.
It just has one fence.
It's got a fucking basketball court.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Imagine
how much money that motherfucker. How much money does he have? How much is he worth?
Oh,
billions, bro.
Billions, yeah.
Has anyone ever got his actual worth?
I mean,
net worth. I mean, it's a couple billion.
Yeah, Nike itself is Jordan brand. What is it? $1 billion? What was that number last year for Forbes? They said
it's got to be over $2 billion. He's got to be way
1.7 billion.
There you go.
Really?
Yeah.
I would think he's way over. It's got to be like 5 billion, like that.
Yeah.
Just think about that. Jesus.
They did 5
Are you gonna go see his new?
They did $5 billion in revenue in 2022.
Like
Jordan
how?
brand.
But that's not just
No.
the
I'm just saying.
No. It's in
I'm
his
just saying
word.
his brand. No, absolutely. I'm just saying
he bought the
company,
Hornets
that
for
brand
like
itself.
175 million.
Yep.
So he owns the Hornets.
Yeah.
He's the majority owner, right?
Yep.
Could we get him to buy the Bears?
Yeah.
Then we'd be
There was
cash over
talk
cap all day
way
long,
back
bro.
in the. There was talk way back in the day.
Yeah.
When there was some shit going down, there was going to be a purchase group, and it was Jordan, Oprah. There was somebody else involved that were looking into if the Bears became available, but that obviously was bullshit. But yeah,
listen, I will say this: the biggest mistake I've ever made is not believing that the biggest problem with the Bears wasn't quarterbacks, coaches. It was Ted Phillips and the McCaskies. And hopefully George is laying down his sword of pride and eating some humble pie as Kevin Warren steps into this position of power and kind of changes the barbershop, so to speak, and the policies and the shit that's going down there. And I think that's where we're going with this franchise, and the timing of everything is perfectly, it's been so long seeing a product that has been so shitty. You want me to name a random former Bears DB? Al Afalava. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll give you that, Cornelius. We've been watching this team forever. Just the tip.
Spelled it wrong again, Evan.
Just the tip we get. We get a glimpse of good and then everything bad. And that is a showcase of what it is culturally you're doing. So shout out to Kevin Warren tonight, and take that this off season, kick fucking Ted's ass the fuck out of there early. Go fucking to 5 o'clock dinners, Ted. Enjoy your life. I would never wish anything, but stay the fuck away from the Bears now. Shout out to Khari for coming on the show and being a class act and really embracing the identity of the show and keeping it 100. That was a great interview, great guy. Hopefully all the best of luck for wherever he signs, but hopefully it's with the Chicago Bears. All of you guys, Ivan, Cherie, Greg Braggs, Jackal, Claudio.
Angelo, do you remember Greg Braggs?
No.
I'm sending some special love also to Spencer Cox and piggybacking with Shane and Ryan Cox and your family enjoying what I never want to enjoy, and that's Disney.
Oh, you're going.
No.
Steph is all about it, but I have no want or desire. But shout out to them.
Universal, though, the Harry Potter world is out of this world.
I heard it's sick.
Man.
Awesome.
I want to go.
Shout out to Riley Marsaw turning 12. That's fucking amazing. Yep. Enjoy that and really embrace that. Shout out to Chris Harold. Love you, bro. Shout out to my boy Jeff Crooms for his birthday. Big TTNL head. Alex Acevedo. I saw him in the chat tonight. We haven't.
Whoa.
Where's he been? All of you guys in the chat, great night, a lot of fun, and we'll be back next week. And we'll announce. Do we have a guest lined up next week?
No, not that I know.
Possibly. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Well, I do.
Jackal's guest was on another pod.
Yep. Waiting to hear back from him. Hey, I hear it. I get it. I say to Phil, get that call. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Tell you this. I appreciate you TTNL fans and really hit that web address. Get over to thetapeneverlies.com, become a patron, and enjoy the draft coverage and free agency coverage in the offseason, the combine, all the stuff that we're going to be breaking down of the Chicago Bears for everybody here. I wasn't used to 3 men. Like,
oh my.
Nobody can get.
Oh, Claudio wasn't here for that last week.
No, I did not.
that happened organically out of Phil's mouth.
We'll see you next week. I did ask Big Steve Edwards to come on the show next week. He had said yes. So I know big former Bear Steve Edwards is going to come on the show next week, but I thought it was going to be a double show. So keep it locked in. We'll be live on the patron side next week, breaking down Jesus, it just my guy from Pitt.
Clancy.
We're gonna break down him. I think we're gonna break down 2 guys, Ivan. So Clancy and the defensive end from Iowa State, McDonald. We'll take care of both of those guys. Take a look at those 2 players on Draft Mob next week. Yet to be determined the night, because I don't think we can run Tuesday. But for Jackal, for Cherie, and shout out to Cherie's mom always. How could I not? Did our ender get deleted?
Someone took it down.
I love Cherie's mom. Yeah, I don't know where it is. I was looking for it.
I thought I saw it.
I was going to click on it when you started talking about it.
Yeah, the thanks for watching. It's right here.
Where is it? Hit that. We'll see you guys next week.
Where is it?
Peace.
Tape never lies.
Hey, fuckers. This is Brian Erlacher, and I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.
The tape never lies.
TTL, the tape never lies. Tape never lies. Are you friends with Adam Rank?
I am.
Come on.
Phil.
You guys know the tape never lies.
Give me some name.
Come on, Shane.
Tape Never Lies Network, man. Tape Never Lies Network. Baby, tune in.
I'm a born American boy. Born in this land.
I tell you what, man. Tristan Abner, I tell you what, man.
You'd be better in the open field. That's all I said. Brenton Gill's the fucking new punt god. I'm
fucking love it. I love it.
I grew a goatee because the only way people knew that I had actually gone through puberty is his hair either had to be here or here, and that was it.
These guys will tell you the best
best ability is availability.
Best ability isn't availability. It's accountability. You fucking nerd fucks.
There you go. Yep, I like it.
Fuck yourself.
Blame it on the bubble wrap.
I love all.
Jim Larison is faster coming out of the end zone than I see Ebner.
It's pretty true. I mean, that's true.
The tape never lies.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's gonna rise up?
Jeepers creepers.
I'm good. I'm feeling good about this week, man. I'm excited.
Yeah! And when we go,
I love all.
That's gonna get old.
Good, man. That's good.
More podcasts we listen to during the season and during the off-season. Network, baby.
Have you watched The Matrix yet, dude?
The tape never lies.
So, man, I fucking fucked up. But
The tackle did the grave digger on my ass. I was like,
Oh, man.
Claudio hired him to draw logos because he's unemployed. Ours was also supposed to be named after Dionne Warwick. That's so strange.
Give me some fucking names.
You know how cold it is here, guys? I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you, you know.
I got it up.
Watching the Tape Never Lies Network, Butterface Cans.